D, I can say this wholeheartedly. It feels a little good to breathe a sigh of relief that we got the ghost of Tom Brady off the Cowboys' back.
You know what, man? It's always funny how a Dallas Cowboy does the world a favor. And it's always during the time of triumph for you. Don't believe me. The last time this happened was Tony Romo, and you're probably saying to yourself, "What? When Tony beat Donovan McNabb, you goddamn right it was." Because after that, Donovan McNabb was never right ever again. He did the NFL a favor. He shot
Put
that
that
dog
through
in the back of the head. He
the
put yell to rest. What we saw on Monday night
Woo.
was God telling Tom, "Hey Tom, remember during that whole divorce settlement and all the rest of that shit, and the reason I did yada yada, and you was also saying a whole little thing about how your arms not that good. You didn't take your HGH this year, did you? Yeah." Yeah, so now you really, really need that HGH, don't you? Yeah, D's a conspiracy theorist with the HGH. But look, the point is this. Dallas beat the living shit out of him, and that had to happen.
Don't let those 14 points fool you folks, because that was like garbage time points at that point, at that
Woo!
stage.
When I heard Julio Jones, here's me.
Exactly. Because here's the thing. Was I disappointed that what's his face let Julio Jones catch the ball in the end zone? Sure. But at that point, Dallas was up 24-6. It was
Game over.
like they had a small, thin possibility of coming back, but still it was like, nah, the right there playing.
Chris.
No.
Okay, Chris. Best part. And this is just D. I got scared only one moment of the game.
Was it the onside kick? Onside kick?
Nah, fuck that shit. It wasn't none of that shit. This is when D got scared. It had to be like in the second quarter, maybe because we were just getting off air. So it had to be like just about to go in the second quarter. Tom Brady saw Mike Evans, threw it, tight catch, boom, he caught it. I'm like, that's a nice catch. It clicked in D's mind about 3 games ago with Mike Evans. Oh, hey, Mike Evans is still Mike Evans. Tom Brady's the one that shit. Like that's because what happened when he caught the ball, he turned around. Diggs had him dead to rights. Diggs, I was like, Mike's about to wake up this whole team, and he got him out of bounds. Right, I'm like, oh God. Don't throw it back to Mike, because Mike gonna catch that thing. And because I know Mike Evans, he's gonna catch it and burn it right up there. Here it goes. Goes right through the middle. He's wide open through the middle like this. Ping! Shannon Sharp did it right. Ping, 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 ping.
I think the one part, I said it best, the one part of that game that I watching it back again, because I was giddy that they won, but I'm one of those when the NFL uploads the highlights.
I gotta say, man, going through these clips of it, I gotta not get a part where we're being funny and you're like this looking at
I know, man.
Anyway, the game was
but going back on it though, I was watching when the NFL they upload the highlights of the game, right? The turnaround came crazy early. Dallas got to score a touchdown. Buccaneers is going downfield. They get in the red zone. Brady throws it. Boom. Curse intercepts it in the end zone. I was like, and that's where it turned it around.
You want to know something there? You know something, Chris? It's always funny in football when you get a flashpoint so early in a goddamn game. It's always
that was the moment right there. I was like,
is interesting.
Like that was where it was like, did Dallas take their soul here? Is that where it started? Because it's and then they turned around, took that interception, and went down and got a touchdown. I was like, oh shit!
Here's the thing. Much like the problems that I have with Cowboys or the problems that I have with Buffalo is this: when they're on, holy Jesus Christ, you cannot stop that damn train. When Dallas is hot, they're very hot. When the Bills are hot, they're very hot. But to me, Dallas and Bills got the same problem. Prick! Hey, Josh Allen, huh? Interception. Hey, Dak, yeah? Overthink this. Got it. Pick!
No, here's the kicker.
Both of them got that same problem, and that's why I'm scared if both of them.
No, here's the thing.
I'm scared to root for both of them because I know they're gonna fuck up the same way.
I'm scared for Josh Allen because the defense of Buffalo always bails his ass out, and they got to play Cincinnati.
I gotta be real with you.
Now Cincinnati, I don't trust.
Hey, I've been rooting for the LSU Tigers since 2004. Chris, I have no problem with talking about how Joe Burrow's going to go out there and kick his ass because I'm Joe Burrow. I went to the Super Bowl last year and I lost last time, but this time I'm going to be better. Yeah, remember I used to do that shit with Joe Burrow every time you lost with him?
Mom, I won.
I won, Mom. Mom, can we go to Chuck E. Cheese and get this best? Hey, me and T. Hey, no, forgot. Josh is getting blacker. Hey, Mom, me and T. Higgy, we about to go.
Now, what we didn't talk about,
boy, Josh Allen bleeds the white boy that had the visor slanted to the side with the spikes. But here's the funny thing: there's two different versions of that. There was douchebag, and then there was wigger, and Josh and Joe Burrow feels like he's going to be the wigger side of it. Hey, yo, Mom, what's up? We trying to go get some.
Sir. Josh Allen already has a wigger on his team. His name is Cole Beasley.
Is Cole like a coach now over there or something like that?
Cole is back on the team as the wide receiver, dude. You did not know this?
Shut up, because I heard his name. And hand to God, I thought the nigga was like a.
Nah, he back.
Shut up. I thought he was like a wide receivers coach, like you know, like when the coaches, what do you call it, the quality control coach. That's what I thought he was. Man.
Nah, he back with Buffalo.
Fuck out of here.
It is.
Cole Beasley, 33 years old, quick pass.
Exactly.
Okay.
He pulled a Tom Brady. I'm retired. I'm going back in the NFL. I think Cole did that because he feels that Buffalo has a shot to get to the Super Bowl.
I think that too. And also Buffalo, they kind of Buffalo right now. They're other big problem. Like if Dallas has a problem with penalties, Buffalo has a problem with keeping motherfuckers on the field. Yeah, like very true. You know what? We're not going to get into it. We're not going to get into it. What happened? What happened to Hamlin? We're not. Only reason why is because we both had a friend that actually died that way. So we're not even going to go into.
I'll just say this: I'm glad that he's recovering. I'm glad that he's getting better. I'm glad that they're honoring his contract.
Around. Yes,
I'm glad they're honoring his contract. I hope he's able to at least play a few more years and then retire so he can get a pension, because that was something that somebody, I forgot which guy said, I think it was on one of the Fox Sports shows. He was like, the one thing that nobody was talking about is like, yo, like he's only done 2 years in the NFL. You need 3 or more just to get a pension. So like, hey, like nobody's talking about that. They're not talking about that, and they should.
That's where the important part comes in. A lot of people don't talk about that. Oh man, you used to play football, nigga. I don't get the pension. It's like
exactly. You get the 3 years.
Some people don't play enough service to even get the pension either. Sometimes it's playtime too. It's sometimes predicated on playtime. So,
yeah. But D, we have to talk about this. Somehow the Jaguars managed to sneak their way into the divisional rounds because the Chargers can't hold on the lead for shit.
I don't understand it, bro. They suck. They always will.
I sat there watching that game because I think that was that was MagFest weekend. No, it wasn't MagFest weekend. No, yeah, it was
not. It was that weekend.
No. It was the following week because MagFest weekend was the last week of the NFL. My bad.
Yeah. So with that was the Titans and the Jaguars. When I was looking at it, Titans just stink.
So this one was.
See, here's the funny thing, Chris. Real talk. With all the teams that didn't make it, we knew, because you and I said this, Titans is fraudulent. I told y'all the Titans are fraudulent. I had like 1 or 2 people going like, well, maybe they might be there. He is. There he is. There he is. Bring your little ashy ass up on this damn stream. Ladies and gentlemen, this motherfucker, Black Shivers nerd, Denzel, your team.
Denzel, I just want to point out here.
Hey, Denzel, look, if you're going to suck dick, you have to do it properly without a gagging reflex. And that's what I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is All I'm saying is I watched that Chargers Jaguars game and I was like, damn, Jaguars are fraudulent as shit. And then slowly, just like the Colts in the Vikings game, where the Vikings slowly got their way back into the game, I'm like, Chargers, you're letting the what what the hell? What? Huh?
Right, go.
How do you think I was feeling watching the daggone game?
That's worse
I
than
was
the
doing the
Chargers
same
Raiders
thing.
shit the previous year.
I literally was in my room watching this. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Defense. What is this?
A missed field goal was the only way. If
Yeah.
he didn't miss it, y'all be in the divisional right now.
Yes. Not only would we be in because of the field goal, but also the fact that the referee chased down Joey Bosa.
That was bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. That was
He chased
what?
down Joey Bosa.
Can we
And
talk
then-
about the racism in that? First off, you chased this dude.
Why would you chase down Joey
You
Bosa?
cha-
I'm like, why
You
would
chased
huh?
Joey Bosa down to and what did you say? Who cares? Just so you could give him a 15-yard penalty? Like bruh.
Like dude. That's how. That's why Bosa, when he was in the conference, I know he wanted to light them refs up, but he'd probably get fined if he said anything. So that's why he chose his words like, "Well, we just gotta do better. Like just accountability, yada yada yada, and that's it." Like, idiot, man. If he didn't get it, look, if Joey Bosa didn't give a fuck, he would have lit the masses up. Like, really, all right, cool, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and here's the thing. Clearly, and I was telling this to people, I was like, clearly, Jacksonville made adjustments.
Mhm.
They made adjustments to the fact that, okay, let's not throw the ball where Asante Samuel Jr. is. Because clearly, wherever Asante Samuel Jr. was,
Well, according
he
to
was like, ooh, cookies. Cookies.
according to Peyton Manning during
Running
one of the
wild.
well, according to Peyton Manning during the Manning cast, apparently halftime adjustments is non-existent. Which I'm like, Peyton, shut the fuck up. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So it's like, so I'm like, okay. So now I'm like, you know what? I'm not even mad because it's like they clearly made adjustments to the fact that it's like, all right, we're not gonna wherever Asante Samuel Jr. is, we're not gonna throw in that direction.
Mhm.
So now I'm looking at everyone else in the secondary, like Michael Davis,
Mhm.
that boy Bryce,
Yep.
freaking Derwin.
Oh, by the way, D feels that Derwin just where did he just disappear in the secondary? Did he just say, "Nah, toodaloo, I'm gonna sit down, homie. Nah,
I'm
not
just
for
gonna
me.
chillax.
I'm above this."
I don't know
Y'all got
what
it.
happened. I don't know what happened. And then on top
By
of
the
that,
way, respect, because I have to say this, because yeah, it is your team, Denzel. The man's son who happens all right. Asante Samuel is the reason why my son is named Asante. And number two, it is very amazing to see. This was the game I was waiting for. I told you, and I think I was told you, it's going to be a playoff game where Asante finally shows the fuck up because he's
and
full of talent.
he did. So it's like clearly he can be.
You laid
that dude.
everything down. You
Mhm.
laid everything down. Hey, Duran, you got somebody with you, bro.
Right. Like the secondary is
Insane, my nigga. Wow.
like on paper, our secondary should be shutting down the pass game, but clearly, as we saw in this game in the second half, the secondary decided to retire, and clearly we couldn't stop the run.
Well, apparently, Peterson outcoached your coach by taking pointers from the Twitter timeline. According to Doug Peterson, he got his ideas from Twitter. I don't know
Look,
whether
Doug
Peterson was
Peterson-
lying. I don't know whether
Doug-
Doug Peterson was just bullshitting or
Doug
what.
Peterson's big dick swinging in the wrong way. He about to hit a brick wall, yo.
Yep. He
Oh,
about
yeah,
to
they play
hit
Kansas
a brick
City?
wall. Yeah.
Look, quiet is kept. And I think it was Shannon Sharp that said it. Nobody's talking about Mahomes. Like it was him and Marcus Spears. It was like Mahomes is about to go for his fifth AFC championship.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yep.
nobody's talking. Everybody's like, "Oh, Jalen Hurts MVP." No, fuck that. Like nobody's talking about like, "Yo, Mahomes out here balling, quietly balling."
Yeah.
Like
I'll say
mean-
this. Everyone else in the NFL is not talking about this, but for us that are fans of an AFC West team that is not the Kansas City Chiefs, we know, motherfucker.
hey, y'all were like, look, Denzel, y'all can take solace in the fact that y'all were the better LA team this season that had a winning record.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you said,
y'all beat the shit out of the Rams this season too. To be fair, too, so it's like,
yes.
all right, cool.
Like
cool.
in the battle of SoFi, you know, like we run
The
the house.
Battle of SoFi.
It really was the battle.
You did not.
It's the SoFi Bowl. Come on now.
You know
It
what?
was the SoFi Bowl.
Hey, Denzel.
D.
Denzel, y'all don't belong in that stadium, and you do, and yet you keep on acting like. Why do y'all act like that stadium and that city love you? Why? Tell me a reason why.
I know
The
that my
battle.
team
Nigga, what you fighting
the-
for?
Listen, I know that my team is the Clippers of the NFL when it
They're
comes
not the
to
Clippers of the NFL. No,
Clippers have
they're
their
the
own
Chargers.
stadium.
No, they're the Chargers.
Clippers
of the
don't got
Chargers.
Clippers don't got their own stadium.
I
They
thought
still
the
share
Clippers
the same stadium as the
No,
Lakers.
Oh, shit, I thought they had
Listen to
their own
me.
stadium.
Listen to me. You're the Jets of LA.
Fuck.
You're the Jets of LA. Don't bring up the Clippers. They have Kawhi Leonard. They have talent. They have an upside
You have John
going
Wall.
on. Yeah, John Wall. They have an upside.
We have
going
talent.
on.
We just have a sucky coach. The coach sucks.
Hey, you have Justin Herbert.
You know what? I'm sorry.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We have
I'm
Herbert,
sorry. No, Denzel.
Allen,
Denzel.
Williams.
Denzel. I'm
Park.
sorry.
Like we have the weapons. We have the
You
talent.
are right. You are right.
The ghost
You
of
are right.
LaDainian Tomlinson. You know.
Hey, look at me.
The
Look at me,
ghost of LaDainian
Denzel.
Tomlinson.
Denzel, listen to me. You're right. You're the Sacramento Kings of the NFL. That's what you are.
The ghost of Junior Seau is the Jedi ghost of Junior Seau, just watching over.
He ain't get CTA for this shit, nigga.
And it's his birthday of all days.
Damn.
And it's Junior
Damn.
Seau's birthday today.
Woo.
All right, that was a mean joke then. I didn't.
Hey, we know.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's like making a Chris Benoit joke on his son's birthday. That's like, don't do that. He's like, don't do that, sir. Leave. No, why are you doing that? That's what that felt like. I'm sorry.
I had the most tasteless joke, Chris Benoit joke just now, D. Thank you for talking me out of that.
I don't like Chris Benoit.
Come on, CJ.
Jokes.
Don't leave us hanging like that.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that all of a sudden.
Shut up, Denzel.
Oh my god, man.
That man murdered his family. How long has it been? How many years has it been?
I think was I in the Air Force when he did it?
It's
It's like 15.
It's long enough to make jokes, right? It is long enough to make jokes, right?
Yes, we've been making jokes with Benoit for years because it's like fuck that guy.
I mean, can we talk about how I look for a brief moment?
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks had the 49ers on their backs. And I was like, is the upset about to happen? Because the 49ers were looking like shit, which goes into a theory of mine. Now, I feel Dallas and 49ers, it's definitely going to be a civil war. It's a civil war on all ends.
Do you think
history? It's the history.
Yeah.
It's on the fandom side. Well, you're going to get the typical Hispanics that are going to be wearing, the usual gear for Cowboys.
Hey, Christopher. Stop.
The point is,
stop that.
The point is, I feel everybody that's talking about this matchup is not talking about the fact of yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're not talking about this fact, Denzel.
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
You understand what you did? No.
Yes, I know. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. D.
I'm in South to make that joke, but nigga,
You
again,
blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
all y'all had to do was score once, kick a field goal, play defense. I don't want to hear about what happened to Bosa. I don't want to hear about how you did. No, y'all blew a full
Yes.
lead.
27 lead. I'm not making any excuses. I'm just saying, like I said, we did not adjust. The offense did not.
If
The
you
defense did not
kick
adjust.
Okay.
We did not. The defense did not. Like I said, the defense retired at halftime. D. I'm
Right,
with
Phoenix
you.
Wright.
I'm with you.
Phoenix Wright. All right, listen to me, Phoenix Wright. And I mean this. And I mean this.
Phoenix Wright.
No. You're gonna have to Phoenix Wright this shit. Why does Staley stay? Why does he stay?
Because
Why
it's
does
Dean Spanos.
Staley? No, I'm the fuck out of here. Give me a reason why he should stay and be
I
honest.
don't want him here.
Shut up. Why should he stay? Because he's going to be there, so you need to make an excuse for yourself right now. Why
I'm not
does he need to
making no
stay?
excuse. I'm not making no excuse for Brendan Staley. I want him gone. I want him gone.
I mean, it's not enough that old boy that go with the San Fran that used to be on your team, Denzel, even spoke out on how cheap the fucking damn ownership is about stuff. Because he was like, yo, I got to the 49ers. They were like, hey, what you need? And they just threw money at it. And he was like, holy shit.
You're like,
Spanos. Listen, we need to.
I was like, holy shit. Like, he let the chopper fly on that one. He didn't even have to say anything. It's like, yo, yeah, wow.
As someone who's been a Chargers fan for over 20 years, you don't think I know how cheap, like, just like how you guys as Cowboy fans, you guys are like, we know how racist Jerry Jones is.
Now listen
we know
to me,
how
boy.
racist.
Don't be bringing up. Now don't be bringing
We
up the
know how-
racism of Jerry Jones. Now see, unlike your owner who doesn't understand what a fucking cup of coffee is, he comes inside and give me a Gatorade. I'm like, what the fuck is this, boy? Do you understand? Do you know what? You know, here's
you
the
get
funny
what I'm
thing.
trying to say. As
Yeah,
much
I
as
get
you
what you're
guys
trying
know
to say, but here's the best part
BS
about
of
it.
Jerry
You
Jones,
wasn't around. But see,
I
you
know
wasn't around
the
in
BS of Dean
1991 when
Spanos.
you don't understand when his dad came around in 1991. His dad was the same way, retarded as ever. I'm serious. The boy had. Let me tell you something. This one time he came.
But as someone who's been a Chargers fan for over 20 years, I know
Dog.
about the cheap penny pincher that is Dean Spanos. This is a man that in the prime of the Chargers' career, in the 2000s, D, you remember when we had Rivers, Gates, Merriman, we had Tomlinson, like we were like 14-2 with Marty Schottenheimer. 14-2.
Got fired after 1 year. That's the crazy part about it.
No, Marty was with us.
Was it 2 years?
No, Marty became.
Or am I thinking? No. I'm thinking of Redskins. He's 8-8.
Yeah.
They fired him after that. My bad. I keep getting them mixed up.
Marty became the head coach of the Chargers when we drafted Drew Brees in 2000.
Okay.
And then,
What happened with Marty Schottenheimer? He got too big for his britches, and Spanos was like, nah, get the fuck out of here.
and then we haven't been the same ever since. And then after he left, then we had that one AFC championship with, I think it was Norv Turner.
Yeah, Norv Turner.
With Norv Turner.
Don't Norv Turner, the god.
As someone who had to deal with his ass as the coach of my Chargers, I will Nerve Turner if I can well please.
As me and D are Cowboys fans, and for years Norv Turner was the face of Washington, win or lose. When they lost, it's Norv Turner with his hair blowing in the wind. When they
with all that patchwork all over his cheek, talking about how cheap this damn. You know what?
But anyway,
again, this man, Dean Spanos, is so cheap because again, not only do we have what you call it? Like I said, the offense that we had, we also had Antonio Cromartie.
Yeah,
we had Cromartie And even Cromartie will tell you the med staff sucks because when he got injured, the med staff was like, you'll be fine.
It's like fucking
What?
varsity blues. Inject
Hey,
him.
come on.
Walk it off.
Hey, walk it off, kid.
And
You'll
then
be
on
fine.
top of that, not only did we have Cromartie, we had Eric Weddle.
Yeah.
We had the beard in Eric Weddle.
Y'all had a force.
Yeah, hey, Denzel. I got to be really honest with you because I finally get to do this to somebody else other than my own fucking team. You ain't win shit. I don't want to hear nothing. So that being said, let's move on.
But anyways, but the point I was going to make about the 49ers is this.
I know that. Look. You know how great that is to say to a team that hasn't won shiznit just like us. I can only do that to Atlanta, Cardinals. See what I'm saying, right? Jets. Yeah. See what I'm saying, right?
No, but my point with the 49ers was this. Like, everybody's like, oh, man, 49ers are defense and offense. And I'm like, guys, what happens what happens when you pressure Brock Purdy? What happens to all that offense at that point?
I don't know, but big cock Brock has been swinging, nigga.
Yes, he has.
He's been swinging, but I keep telling folks, I'm like, yeah, what happened when Brock Purdy met the Chiefs? The Chiefs fucking punched him in the damn mouth. I'm just saying, like, every other team he's beat, put it this way, and it's not taking away anything for the 49ers, but the 49ers did what you do when you play an inferior team. You beat the shit out of them. So it's like, all right, cool, fine. That's what you do. But, like, the Chiefs were the last good team they played that actually was like, oh, you think you're good? Bam! Not good today.
So
I was saying he's still undefeated.
No. Hey, look, that's what I said. I ain't taking it because they did what you're supposed to do. But it's like, I think it's more pressure on the I think it's more pressure on the 49ers than it is Dallas. If I really think about it.
I really feel that Brock has to feel that there's pressure on him. And I understand that you want your quarterback to be.
He is not lying.
He's not. Duke
lying.
is not lying.
Woo! Yes, they did.
I forget which team he's on now.
I don't know.
He's still in the league, but
I think he played for the Browns. I'm not playing. I think he plays for the Browns.
No, you're right. He does play for the Browns.
But does he?
He ain't been the same though. He definitely ain't
been
the same.
He ain't third string. But yeah, no, he ain't.
But still, he ain't been the same.
Tyrod Taylor, they destroyed that boy's career, man. I remember that, man. But no, here's the thing about Brock. I think he has been excelling and doing what he has to do. He is Taylor Heineke if you actually gave him an arm. You know what I mean?
Wow.
He ain't lying.
No, Taylor Heineke got all that massive power of being like, yeah, with none of the punch of scoring. So,
Taylor got heart. It's like, you keep punching him. He's like, I ain't hear no bell.
Yeah, everybody got Taylor. And I told y'all, like, he got that dog in him. He ain't got enough of it. That ain't a dog in me, dog. No, Brock Purdy has shown me he got that dog in him because
it's basically
he should have lost 2 of those games, man.
He got the dog in him.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he has a dog in him because when you have the Swiss Army knife that is Deebo Samuels, and then you add in Christian McCaffrey, that gives you a boost of confidence. And I mean, we saw it with Dak too. When Dak got all those weapons, Dak got confidence. When you, like you said, like D pointed out, when Dak is not overthinking and you keep shit simple, oh, that motherfucker look like the greatest quarterback ever that ever fucking lived.
And I think with Brock, they got a really good release valve for him, which is called Christian McCaffrey, and that's the main reason why they're eating up right now. He really doesn't have to. I wouldn't say he really doesn't have the pressure on him like that, but I notice when he does have the pressure on him, yeah, he steps up into it. He does what he got to do. Yada, blue. The problem I have with it is this. Dog, the fairy dust is fading. Okay, I already see it. It's the playoffs. Everybody's rolling, and this is the first time I can ever say this about a Dallas defense in a minute. Their nose is wide. They're going to kill somebody. So, are you sure you have any magic left? Seriously, that Dallas defense, the way they walked out of there, and that's the thing again. You have to hit Dallas early in order for that roller coaster of a score not to happen to you. Because
Right.
if Dallas scores on you twice and you do not answer back, it's like, okay, fine.
Hey, look, we saw if y'all ever get a chance to listen to the sound of the sidelines. When Dallas was up 12-0, Lawrence was like, "Oh, we got the ass." He said that
Yeah.
shit straight up. He was like, "Oh, we got the ass."
Oh,
It's
they
done.
is not. Yeah, they know it. That because that's the when you have that type of defense and you have that type of offense that can respond like that. That's the thing. And see, and that's what makes San Francisco just as dangerous too. Because oh my God, that defense ain't gonna let you do shit.
Oh, the
I'm worried about that for Dallas and the fact that they will make. I'm saying it right now. They are going to make Dak throw a pick. They are going to,
But
that's that type of team.
But the turnaround though for San Fran though with the Seattle game, because Seattle had them motherfuckers on the ropes. The turning point when they made fucking Geno Smith fumble. That's when it was like, oh, Seattle got him. Because at that point, Seattle was fucking big dick swinging like, oh, you can't do shit to us.
Man, that's what I'm saying. They wait for those moments. Dallas, it's so funny with Dallas when it comes to them, especially when the other team's line is broken down. Oh my God, they just start swarming, and it is different people. It's Fowler, it's Lawrence, it's motherfucker, it's fucking Van Der Esch, there's motherfucking there's fucking like I said, if Curse has stepped up on the line, he's running it.
Was it Oduaway or whoever the fuck is it?
No. Nigga that I'm saying that's dangerous when he hits you and a bunch of people, y'all being quiet on him. Donovan Wilson is a serious hitting ass dude. That dude is mean. Yo, that whole defense of Dallas is like, and the defense on San Fran, same fucking way. They're hungry. They want something to eat, nigga. It's a very even match to me. It's a very even match. Yeah, I think Dallas has the advantage in quarterbacking, but it's not by much. San Fran got the better running backs. Who got the better wide receivers? I think Dallas got the better wide receivers, just to be honest with you. But I don't think that means much if the quarterback can't fucking do nothing. So whose line is going to keep up? Here's the one thing I gotta say. Yo, how do you like the fucking Hall of Famer Zach? Zach was crushing Bama's on Saturday, yo. This motherfucker ain't old yet. The
one game now.
We're gonna see what happens.
As much as I feel the Bengals-Bills game is, I'm worried for the Bengals is this. Y'all let the Ravens and that second string quarterback put y'all on the fucking ropes. And if it wasn't for that stupid ass, I'm gonna jump over it instead of letting my players push them, y'all would have been dead.
Woo! All right, you know what?
God, Ravens, what the fuck were you thinking? Actually, no. What was that? Why would you jump over when your teammates are pushing you into the end zone? What was that?
First off, shout out to my boy Huntley. I watched your whole career when you went over to Utah, and I told everybody that you were going to be a backup. Essentially when I was describing you, I'll never forget this because I remember when I was talking about you. Denzel was on the on that show with us. We were talking about the college games. I was like, oh, you say, yeah, Huntley's nice, man. He's nice, but he's not the best. He was like, and Denzel was like, eh.
I vaguely remember that. It was like,
here's the thing: he made it to the NFL, and I'm so happy for him because I did like him at Utah. But here's the thing: what you're seeing is what I saw. What you're seeing is exactly what I saw him in college.
What you see is what you get, people.
He's Lamar if you put water in half that cup.
Speaking of which,
pay that man.
Boy,
look, let me tell you something.
Hold up. How did you like that look? How you like that how did you like Lamar taking a page out of his mama's book when she broke up with that one nigga? If you cherish something, you gonna take care of it. If you love it, you will. He got that from his mama. That's a woman move right there. I'm sorry.
The only thing missing was the and Denzel knows
loyalty is not earned. Loyalty doesn't come with it. You must earn it or something like that.
The only thing missing was that bullshit that you see some of the chicks online do where they put the chick stepping on 2023
Mm-hmm.
and leaving that shit. That's Lamar right there, stepping into 2023.
No. Look at me. Hey, look at me. All you fours putting up pictures of Cardi looking like this when you gotta be better than you don't look nothing like that. Stop that. Stop it. That's like me putting up a picture of the Chad dude and saying me like and meaning it.
Let me tell you something.
Like stop.
My
No.
agenda,
No.
I want this agenda to happen because it's very much possible. I need my agenda of Lamar going to the Commanders to happen because Commanders got the money to do it. They do.
Yeah, they got
the
capital
Jets
to
got
do
the
it.
money to do it. They're saying the Jets is in play. Supposedly.
Now, here's the thing. If you're Lamar, those are wow. Okay, so here's the thing. If you go to New York, the New York media is relentless because they got nothing better to do because their moms called
New York
them.
media has chips on their shoulders.
Yeah. Their mamas didn't pick them up as kids. Why the fuck are you doing this? Hey, you're partying while you're doing that. You know what I mean? If he comes down to DC, that is like getting
It's
a
not 45 minutes up the road, you know.
Yeah, like if going to DC is like having Tim Gunn as a sports writer. Ooh, I didn't know that running backwards and losing 15 yards was considered $100 million play, but I'm just a writer. Yo, it's two different types of blades. So which one do you want to take? Because seriously, the DC media is just, we produce some great writers. All of them are bitches. Each and every one of them. Hey, Chris, hey, Denzel. You like Michael Wilbon, don't you? Caddy. Oh man, I love Tony. Look, everybody, like Tony Kornheiser is so nice. Look at what he writes about the Wizards. Woo, he is mean to the Washington Wizards. Yo, our writers are great here in DC. You got to be an asshole.
But I'm also looking at Lamar list. Lamar, you're not going to get the Deshaun Watson deal. That's not happening.
Think he is. I don't think he is.
No,
the best.
not.
I feel the best he can get. He could probably get the Dak deal.
I think he can get the Dak deal. I think he can get probably the Wilson deal too. He probably can get the Wilson deal, but I doubt that. But here's the thing. DC, I will say DC. I don't think he should go to Jets, but let's just put that on to the Jets. I heard
Somebody
is
said
talk.
Dolphins, but I'm like,
that's what I was about to say. There's talk that the Dolphins they are willing to unload some shit to get him.
I mean, look, Tua is still
about to lose Tua.
Tua's still in concussion protocols into retirement. So
real talk, I'm about to say Tua's probably going to retire this year, and he should retire. And
3 head injuries in 3 months. Yeah, you got to hang up the cleats.
That's done. That I heard something about like a soccer player not too long ago in Mexico.
Go home and be a family man.
Not Mexico. It was some soccer player somewhere. I don't know if it's somewhere in South America or whatever. But he had like 30 concussions, and it was like in 1 year. He was like, "Yeah, 1 year. Why are you still playing soccer?
Like, why are you here? What happened?
Sit your ass down." But that's what he used to do.
Also, in this whole hubbub of Lamar Jackson, who would have thought that we'd be agreeing with RG3 on something?
Yeah,
like
RG3 did 3 things in a row for me to agree with him, and now I have to kind of like him. The first one, hey everybody and happy Black Friday. That was 1 for me. Number 2, when he found out that his wife was going into labor and he ran, I thought that was the most dad shit ever. I loved it. And he ran off. And this one, hey, Lamar, don't believe these crackers.
Don't
believe the crackers. He even don't even believe Mike Vick. Where Mike Vick was talking about, he was like, I'll play without an MCL and I'm good.
Yeah. He's like, yeah. I'm with RG3. We seen the destruction of his whole career because he let people say, play hurt.
Look, let me tell you.
So yeah,
I was in the camp of Commanders were this close to actually going to the Super Bowl if they sat his ass down and played Kirk Cousins. I was like,
I'm gonna go as far as what if, because I think
Because their running game was pristine. You couldn't fuck with that shit.
I'm gonna go as far as to say is this. I think that the Redskins, Commanders, whatever you want to call them, they would have got a good 5 years of that.
Oh,
I don't
absolutely.
know where the franchise would be right now, but Mike Shanahan will still be in a job right now. Mike Shanahan did what he wanted to effing do. Play him. I don't think that's a good idea. Play him.
It's like, all right, Mike, shit.
All right, Rob, you're gonna play. Why? Damn, why don't you play? I don't care. I'm getting hookers.
But yeah, like
I'm getting Kyle a car. I'm not doing this.
But yeah, like the fact that like RG3 had to be like, let me just tell y'all something. Remember when I
did the stanky leg?
like, did the stanky leg in the playoffs because I put on a brace and did it for my team and did it for the teammates? That's why I'm sitting here talking to y'all and not on the field.
That was a nasty game to watch when he just went out there like that. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Oof.
I remember
going out there, bro.
I remember the game to make it to the playoffs where they had to go through Dallas, and I remember there's one dumbass run this dude took towards the sideline. And I think it was Brady James that lit him up. Me and Chris, we were sitting there watching the game when it happened. We was like, whoa, he ain't getting up. This dumb motherfucker get up. He went to the sideline. I forgot who their backup was. It was Kirk Cousins. He came in like a series of two.
Couple of plays.
Yeah, and then RG3 ran back out there. And I was saying, they just fucked up their chances in the playoffs. You keep on sending them out here. Even if they make it past us, they're gonna fuck up.
And that was a Dallas team that pretty much, and that was a Dallas team that was gonna get to the playoffs, and they were just like, "Fuck this shit. If we're gonna lose, we're going out in the blaze of glory on this shit."
Dallas, we was on a blaze of glory because what happened was Tony Romo literally had to pick that team up by his teeth and drag us to that point where we even had a chance. So half the team was already walking out the locker room. The other half was like, "Remember the Giants!" Ah! Type shit.
So when Brady James lit up RG3, I was like, "Well, that's a guy that's going to be here next another year."
Boy, I so love yo. I knew it was clear. I knew it was clear as day with motherfucker. Who was it? Who was our backup running back that we threw in the game and he got and motherfucking London Fletcher lit his ass up. I was like, man, fuck this whole team. I was telling you right there, Chris, like we don't deserve to be in the playoffs. We don't deserve to be in there. I'm glad we're gonna lose this
somebody
game.
posted up on our Wrestle Quarter page that time when fucking DeMarco Murray lit that Eagles fucking damn linebacker and put his ass on his back. I was like, oh shit, I remember that.
DeMarco Murray on the Cowboys was different because he didn't do that for nobody. He did it for Oklahoma, and then he did it for the Cowboys, and he was done.
DeMarco trucked this 300-pound defensive lineman. I was like, holy shit.
DeMarco Murray was nice, yeah. DeMarco Murray was very nice, man. At least for a time being, he was, yeah. I really, though, I remember that's when we first got on, I remember that was actually one of the things that you and me was really talking about. We was like, oh, we should do. It took Zeke and Dak for us to do that shit.
But I think that kind of showed that how far Dallas has come in terms of running backs because they finally figured out, hey, we don't have to keep running our one running back into the ground. We have two. How about we just do both? And then boom, that's where they're at right now, honestly. Because I think the thing that happened last year when Dallas played the 49ers in the playoffs is that I felt they were relying too much on Zeke and it wasn't working. And they kept trying to like give it to Zeke and try to pound it. And it just wasn't like hitting like it should.
Speaking of hitting it like it should, but doesn't. The one team I love that was fraudulent this whole year is that we didn't talk about them.
Vikings. Let me tell you something. You let
Denny Smith. I think it was Denny Smith. Denny Smith said it best. We are who they are, who we thought they were.
You let White Vic Run
tell
off
you
all of
something.
you.
Daniel Jones on a good day on John Madden is a 77. You mean to tell me
White Michael Vick ran wild.
you let that boy with 70 speed?
Not the
Hey,
70
Denzel.
speed.
This
Not the
is
70
no,
speed, bro.
Denzel. No, not this. Look, Denzel, look. You let that nigga. You.
Now, bear in mind, Daniel Jones is the same height. Daniel Jones is actually, funny enough, he's the same build as Dak. He's tall and he
Yeah.
got some weight to him. So it's like, that's a hard dude to tackle.
Daniel Jones'
Wait,
only
wait.
good, no, real talk. His only good thing, I remember seeing probably 2 games max of him at Duke. And I remember saying that, like, he was like one of like 5 quarterbacks he was raving about. And I was like, they're never going to make it in the NFL. They're like perpetual 70s. I know they look like they balling right now, but it's the ACC. Shut up. He was doing this at Alabama, at Mississippi State. If he was doing this, if he was doing this at Arkansas, okay, maybe I need to look at him. If he was doing this for the Gamecocks, maybe I need to look at this shit. Nigga, if he was on Clemson, I give you Clemson, motherfucker. But no, this nigga play for Duke, nigga. Duke only produce wide receivers and DNs, nigga. Don't do that. Yo. So not only that, they learned that they have a coach that's competent. They have a GM that feels like they might know a thing about a football. And you know what I mean? That's all the Giants needed. I am not saying, am I happy that the Giants are back?
I know we
Fuck
talking
no.
about the
I
Giants,
hate the Giants. But you
I
know
just
what?
want to say,
I'm glad that they did what they did.
I just want to say, the Chargers, and this is actual factual, had a choice between Brian Daboll and Brandon Staley. I'm just saying.
Daboll has not proven that he hasn't proven that he hasn't proven that he's fraudulent yet. But here's the thing about that. What we're seeing is the remnants of Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer was fried in Minnesota, but he's a competent coach. We're seeing the remnants of his team. So I think next year is going to be the true face of the Vikings, and that's going to be fun.
Dude, I'm still laughing. Kirk Cousins said 4th and 8. Cowabunga it is. Check down, baby.
Let's go. Let's break down how stupid you got to be. Okay. You know what that looked like to me? You know what it looked like to me? Okay. It didn't happen to me on Madden. This happened to me on probably Tecmo Bowl, and actually, real talk, it happened on me 2K way too much when I play basketball. You ever press the wrong button? You like, no!
Yep.
It looked like he hit triangle, like, fuck, no.
I laughed so hard at that. I was like, because here's the thing: 3rd and 4th down, it should have been a pass play that was longer than 5+ yards.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they did that, but I was like, you checked down on 4th and 8.
No, here's the thing that gets me. The game gets me is that not only was he 2 yards out, he was 2 yards out. He caught it. He had to turn his body, and not only did he had to run up, he had to eat at least a yard back when he got hit, and he was still at least a clear 6 yards away from the first. Why did you throw it back so, Chris? If it was like a go route where he was like still going up, and I threw it short because I know he got a. If it was a slant or it was a curl in, it wasn't even a curl in because this motherfucker just stopped real quick.
I'm saying
why did you have him there? No, Chris. There was 3 defenders in the area.
Yep.
There's the right side linebacker. There's the right side linebacker. They was in a nickel. There was a right side linebacker. There was two cornerbacks right there. There was 2 corners, and even if he got around the linebacker in the corner, he still had to deal with the safety that was still lurking right there before you get to the fucking first down. Why did you even do that?
All I'm saying is we have to all praise to Vanilla Vic. That's all I'm saying. It's all praise to Vanilla Vic. Just gotta put it out there. You know.
Who? Made
Starting
that?
to sound, you sound like SpongeBob and Patrick when they had the conch. Oh, hail the magic conch.
I mean, look, we were all look. That I did not. Giants played a clean game, just like Dallas played a clean game. That's like.
Giants played a very clean game.
But Giants is definitely they're a team that is definitely relying on Saquon and Daniel Jones. Definitely.
Unfortunately, I think the
And
Giants
the
I say-
occasional Galladay. Wait, is Galladay still with the Giants?
I think so.
And that wide receiver that the Chiefs sent to the Giants.
I forgot his name. I know who you're talking about.
Like
Yeah,
Kayvon Thibodeau or something.
yeah.
Yeah, Thibodeau. Yeah.
Yeah, they have but here's the thing with the Giants. I really feel like who's the other team I said that to? I think I was saying that about Seattle, but they just got ran the fuck over. But much like them,
Shout out to Seattle because no one really thought that they was gonna do anything this season.
And it was so amazing. It's never going to happen again. It will not ever happen again. I was actually rooting
don't
for
think
Geno.
so?
No. Something to happen that's never going to happen again. I was rooting for Geno Smith. That's never going to fucking happen again. No, this was your one. That's it. That's the
All right,
last
Spider-Man.
time he cares. That's
Everybody
the
gets
last
one.
time Dwayne cares. Everybody gets one. Fuck you. I'm never doing that again, Geno. But anyway,
we talking about all this because, like I said, Giants and Eagles. That's going to be a good game. I really think that is going to be a fun game to watch because Jalen Hurts is going to be back in after weeks of the Minshew experience. That's done. So Jalen Hurts
Minshew mania has finished running wild.
Yeah, 2-2. So,
also, the fact that this game is going to be at 8 at night
on a Saturday. Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
So you're telling the city of Philadelphia that they have 12 hours to tailgate and drink on Broad Street.
That's a lot of pressure on the Eagles because the Eagles lose.
I'm sorry. The game is going to start at 8:00.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And there is a good chance for the Eagles to be making it to the Super Bowl this year.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you think is going to be on Broad Street right now? Yeah, that's going to be insane, nigga. Have fun with that, Joe.
All I'm saying
win or lose, Philly is going to burn.
All I'm saying is, hey, Philly, don't let Vanilla Vic get on you. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm ready. Dwayne's ready to make fun of y'all, though.
If the Eagles make it to the NFC Championship, not even the Super Bowl, this is Philly we're talking about, guys. If they make it to the NFC Championship, they're rioting. They're going down South Street. They're going to hit up Market Street. They're hitting everywhere that there's a bar in Philly. Where there's bars in Philly, they're going to be flooding out. Yeah. And they're going to Philly should grease up the polls.
Yeah.
But of course that's not gonna change anything.
Always one asshole. There's always one asshole.
Get the horses out of the way because we don't need to see any more photos or videos of Eagles fans picking up horse shit and eating it in celebration for them winning.
They did not.
Speaking
yes!
Of yeah, that's the thing. It happened.
D, I'm telling you, as someone who grew up outside of Philly, I'm not saying this just to say it, okay? I'm telling you from experience, the things I've seen.
Seen it all.
Like how you guys can probably have some horror stories about where y'all from. I have some horror stories, brother.
It's going to be worse than ours.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm not trying to compare, but I'm just saying, bro. I have seen videos from Philadelphia Eagles fan pages of people picking up the horse shit on the street, and they're like, "Eat that shit." And they pick it up and eat it in celebration because the Eagles won a game in the playoffs.
So my thing is this.
Spitting at me.
So do you see? I think there's a chunk of people including myself, that feel this is going to happen. You see Brady going to the Raiders?
I hope he do. Only in the sense of that makes the most sense for his career.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Back in the AFC, Denzel, in your division.
No. I do not need Tom Brady, not just in the AFC, but I don't need Tom Brady in my damn division.
Yeah, that'll be the unfortunate aspect of it.
So now you mean to tell me that I got to deal with Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, Tom Brady in Vegas, and Russell Wilson in Denver?
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. Now let's move on to the NBA. I like the Dallas Mavericks, but I love how defensive Mark Cuban gets about his team.
I don't know why.
because people are saying, and I think me and you have said that Luka needs help, right? And Mark Cuban's like, he doesn't need help. He's good, and and all that jazz. And Luka's putting up points. Like he put up that, I think it was like was it Christmas? Yeah, it was Christmas. He put up that 60, the triple double, 60 points and stuff, which is like the first in the NBA. And
well, here's the thing. Number one, Luka is he's white LeBron. Let's just get that out the way. Let's make that very clear.
Euro LeBron.
Number two,
Baby Bird.
And Baby Bird. What do you want to call
Baby
him?
Bird.
Yeah, whatever you want to call him. But number two, more importantly, and D's saying this right now, Luka's better than right hand. Luka's great, but Joker is Kareem right now, and Joker is doing some amazing shit in Denver. Here's the funny thing about both of them. I think they both have the same problem. I think they're both relied upon way too much to win their games.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them, Luka a little bit more than Joker, has proven that they can win the games for their teams. Now, both of them have moments where they won games or put them in position to win the game, whatever you want to say like that. I'm not saying they both don't have the ability, but something is telling me in the playoffs when they need an extra boost, I don't think they're going to see it the way we think they're going to see it, especially Denver. I don't think Denver really has the bench for it. Now, on the other hand, as much as I don't think Luka has that, I trust Jason Kidd to run that team to make sure that Luka is supported out there. Now, I get the pushback that Cuban puts out there. I totally understand that shit. I think he's tired of hearing that narrative.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
That's really what it is. It's just a narrative of, oh man, nobody's around. Because the same narrative was kind of around Dirk at the same time too. It was just Jason Terry.
Dirk and nobodies.
It's just Jason Terry throwing oops to Dirk or some shit like that. Something disrespectful, and I understand it. I understand it, but that's kind of how you set your teams up, Mark. You get your special white, and then you put mediocre pieces around him, and hopefully y'all win some shit. But now I won't say about that, man, because I think Tim Hardaway Jr. is nice. I think Wood's coming over to the team from over the team this year is going to make a big amount of difference for them. But here's the thing. I feel as though Porzingis only got him so far. I want to know how did these young guys get him further, because they're going to miss Burnson, but they got Dinwiddie, and you know as well as I do, Chris, Dinwiddie's nice.
Dinwiddie is
real nice.
He's unreliable.
That's it. Here's my thing. I feel that his reliability is going to get shaky in the playoffs. Not saying that he's going to not.
He's guaranteed.
Luka put out 40. You only gave me 17. That's all. Like that.
Dinwiddie is guaranteed you at least 20 points.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like something's telling me that because I didn't like I know it was a couple of years ago, and I really don't count that shit. But when he was that last run with Brooklyn, and they was going against the Bucks and all that shit, I saw it then where it's like. And granted, that's the way the team was set up. But it was like, I feel like that was you could have did some of that, but whatever. No, fuck all that, man. But I get why. I get it. I get exactly where Cuba comes from. But hey, nigga, that's how you set your teams up, bro. That's really how you do, bro.
I think Tim Hardaway Jr. is a year away from his breakout year, though.
Yes, he is.
I don't think it's going to be this year. I think it's going to be next year, though.
Kyle Kuzma is showing out with the Wizards. The
Talk
Wizards are
about a breakout year for somebody. Kyle Kuzma's trying to get a contract next year, and I respect it. Nigga.
You're right again. The Wizards are definitely going to be playing for a play-in spot into the playoffs. That's where they're set up at this point with the way their record is. Which I'm like, well, yeah, it is what it is.
And
so,
that's why I said that's why I'm not. There's no hard feelings with Kyle Kuzma wanting to get the fuck off the Wizards right now because it's not right now. I think next year. He said next year, but yeah, because Scott, yeah, I get it because he's going to be worth something next year to every team in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
So
Right.
because he's eating the DC. The night before because the first off the Knicks game. Did you see any of the Knicks game?
Dude, Wizards
Yo,
kicked shit out of the Knicks.
It was defense. Like again, a motherfucking what the fucking Wizards winning on the road, number one, again. And number two, beating a team they have no business beating. That is a staple of the Washington Wizards. And
Look, they came.
for real, we
look,
don't win shit at home.
They came
I
this
know.
look, they came this close to beating Golden State, but then what's his face happened. So it's like, what the fuck you gonna do?
Bradley Beal, this is showing that Bradley Beal can actually have a team around. If you give Bradley like here's the thing. Hachimura is not ready yet, and I hate saying this. I feel like Hachimura got to get traded from the Wizards to become something.
He's good off the bench.
No. Did you see? No. Denzel. Here's the thing. There's a thing I noticed about the NBA. Some people need to leave their city. Some people need to go somewhere.
Right.
Else. Sometimes you're just not going to be a star there. You need to go to a different team that has a different atmosphere, different playbook, all the rest of that shit.
Different culture and all that jazz.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like oh, you can't do that shit, but I can do it with the Utah Jazz. I can do it with the Nuggets. I can do it with this team.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hachimura, I feel like he should be more than what he is right now, but he is nice. He's only like really technically, in my opinion, it feels like only his third year. You know what I mean? He's really on. He's not bad, yeah. But but Bradley a fucking stud.
Did y'all see that?
I love it, man. Bradley's a goddamn stud. He can play for anybody at any time, man. But it's like you chose DC. Yep.
Did you see that John Wall thing that he did on a podcast?
I seen it.
Now somebody said he had to be not the one with what's his face in North Carolina. No, not that one. That's funny in and of itself.
Hinesborough, the one with Hinesborough. That's a good one because Hinesborough like I don't talk to recruits. What? That's why I ain't coming to North Carolina. And, look, I like the nigga in our response in the comments like, but hey, the only reason why you didn't come to North Carolina. Stop defending the Tar Heels.
Exactly.
This ain't about y'all. Shut the fuck up. It's about your douchebag white boy that y'all gave all that power to and became Eric Montrose number 3. So I don't want to hear it.
It was the one where John Wall felt like they could have beaten the Cavaliers, LeBron's Cavaliers.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And somebody was like, because he was like, yeah, I'll have. He said he could have Kuzma over what's his face He said he had Kuzma over what's the white boy on the Cavaliers? Love over Kevin Love. He obviously would have fucking Beal over that. I keep forgetting. Everybody's in with the Cavaliers.
Kyrie?
Yeah, Kyrie. Obviously, Wall. Basically, he was defending his own team, right? And everybody was like, "This is 2017 Wizards, right? You sure about that, Wall? Are you sure?"
2017 Wizards had the firepower to beat them.
It's like I get it, but it was like
that was the last blast. That was the last booming run that the Wizards had with Wall and Bradley Beal, and that was a nasty little duo.
It's like I get it.
It was last come shot.
It was. It really was. And it was really good one because here's the thing:
2016 and 2017 were definitely like the 2 years where
Oh
it was
my
like, oh
God,
shit.
yeah.
He was not lying.
2016, 2017 Wizards. Ooh.
They were a really quick gunning team, but the problem was, like I said, the Wizards didn't have enough, man. They can always keep up with people, but we never had enough. And
I get what he means. But I'm pretty sure he probably said that LeBron's LeBron, man. You can only stop.
Yeah, he
what
did
you're gonna
say that.
stop with that.
He did say that because he said
It's
that,
LeBron, dog.
I think that was the year where LeBron did that fucking 3 that sent into overtime, and
Mm-hmm.
LeBron told Wall, "Yeah, I've been working on that shot for a while." Wall was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like, all right, whatever.
I like yo. I like how LeBron and Kobe are exactly what I wanted them, exactly the players I wanted them to be. LeBron's the one that will fuck up a shot, go over there. I missed a shot. What are you talking about? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Or he does some shit. Man, you see that dunk, nigga? Damn, yeah, I know. He's like always talking, always chatting, always joking. Yeah, he's probably lying, but I like that shit.
But Wall,
Kobe is my type of player because Kobe, if you ever see this clip, it's from I forgot, I think it's from actually Vlad, but I'm not really sure, but it was with Gilbert Arenas. He was talking about Kobe, and Gilbert said the best thing ever. He was like, man, I remember we did something and Karan fouled somebody. He was like, foul one of the dudes on the time. He was like, yeah, good foul, man, good foul. We dapping up, and as we in the middle of the dap, Kobe walks into the middle of that shit, and he comes right over to me. Who's checking me? Oh, Karan is. Karan, yeah, and that was his first foul. Yeah, you know he's gonna need all 6 fouls to guard me, right? Stupid, and just walked away, and I'm sitting there like, oh. That is yeah, that was stupid.
Now, I will say this about Wall. I love how he detailed being with Houston, where we finally found out why he sat on the bench.
Oh,
I
agree.
Now, what happened was Houston was purposely tanking. And from Wall's perspective, it's like, well, why the fuck am I going to play if you're going to be tanking? Fuck that. No, I'm not going to hurt myself if y'all are just going to purposely tank. No, play these young kids. Obviously, they got to earn their spot. But like, nah, I'm not fucking playing if you're just gonna tank.
Man, you got me out there. He said you got me out with this. I'm like, I went out there with. He said how many? I went out there with like 22 different starting lineups, and y'all got me out here with one of the young niggas. I liked it because the young nigga responded back like, "What the fuck's that dude? What the hell I do? What fuck me for?
Why am I catching a stray?"
Yeah, he's like, "Why did I catch a stray?"
Yeah, I thought we was cool.
Yeah, he acting like Bruno Mars right now. because Miley Cyrus put that flower song, so everyone thinks that Miley coming at Bruno. Bruno like, why am I catching a stray? I'm not the one.
What he was fuck me for? I'm like,
but he was right. He was like, why am I out here? Like, no,
you know, the NBA is only and John did the right thing because I would have said the same thing too. These little niggas don't know if they're gonna be here next year or even be in the NBA next year. Give them their time, bro. You don't get on that fucking court. You find out what you got a diamond in the rough here. Oh, I'm not staying. Get me the first thing out of fucking Dodge. I'm not staying. Y'all can figure this team out. I'm sitting out the rest of it. I would have been just like John. I'm sitting out the rest of the year.
He's like, I got this money. I got kids. I'll just,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, nah, fuck that. Yeah, I mean,
look. You know what he look? I like how somebody. The funniest thing we said this. I said this even before I saw that interview. Somebody said, it's like, man, it's fucked up. Damn, we sent John over to Houston. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. That nigga been sitting in Virginia for the last 2.5 months. You really think he's sitting? John still has a house out here in DC. You really think he was sitting in?
He said in the interview, "Yeah, I was flying back home and chilling." You know,
I was in DC, nigga. I don't lie like that. I'll laugh because I never forget. Chris actually, no, it wasn't you that brought this to my attention. It was my coworker. It was so funny. He was like, "Man, I was in the club the other day. Yeah. I was like, "Yo, John Wall in the building." Like, oh shit, John Wall here. Everybody dapping him up. He in the club and all that. He all looking nice and rested. And I was laughing. I was like, you know, the Rockets played yesterday, right? He was like, yeah, man, like, yeah, I bet they was in town, nigga. They was playing Golden State.
Exactly. The fuck? Wall got his guaranteed money, but I think there was something else.
I would have been the same way, bro.
There was something else in the interview that kind of gave me pause a little bit because some people kind of took it as though this is what started Bradley and Wall not really fucking with each other. Now, I don't know how true this is, but it was when he had to hear it from Westbrook that Westbrook was coming to DC.
Yeah.
Like Westbrook called him and DM'd him and said, can I get your number? And that's when Westbrook was like, hey, so the Wizards are hitting me up to come to DC. You know.
Oh, okay. I think I know what that is. I know why. If there was anything, it was like, damn, nigga, you ain't gonna tell me that you agreed to say I'm out of here. Because I think John had at that point fully accepted that this ain't my team no more. This is Bradley's.
Mm-hmm.
I think at that point he did, or because, and Chris, we know this because there was real confusion at that time. Ted Leonsis is very famous for not saying shit to the media unless he really wants to say something. Ted Leonsis is what you call a good owner. He shuts the fuck up. But he was like, well, you know, John was like this and Bradley's like this, and they look. We don't know. We don't know shit. So. But the one thing, because we don't know who, but the one thing they was very vague in the DC media about, because everybody didn't know was, so is this John's team or is this Bradley's team? And if it's still John's team, how long do we plan to keep him here busted like this? And number two, if this is Bill's team, how long do we plan to keep John in here busted like this? So
bear in mind, this was also.
Yeah.
And this was also during the time that we heard rumors that Bill might go to the Clippers.
This was bigger rumors because that was bigger rumors because they was going to unload the whole team for
PG. PG.
Yeah, they was willing to unload for they was going to unload for Kevin Durant and motherfucking Quentin to come over here. No, Quentin to come over here. The Paul George one was separate. Now the Paul George one was separate. They didn't have enough to get Paul George. The Wizards knew they didn't have enough Paul George. They was going to give them a busted ass John Wall, which they ended up getting anyway, and they ended up keeping Paul George. Hey, look, see, it worked out.
But last I checked, like Bill and Wall are on good terms, so I was but I think in that moment, because Wall was like, because I think when Wall told Bill, like, yeah, so does the team want me? He said Bill was like, I don't know. You know, like Bill was like, I don't know. And people took that as though Bill was trying to be a snake behind. I was like, I don't know if that means he's being a snake. It was just kind of like
Bill, like as long. But I'll tell you this much, Chris. I'll tell you this much. We hear that response. Caron Butler, hey Gil, do they want me out here? Gil, I don't know. Gil knows.
Yeah.
If there was a story about that, we like, and they came out to Gil like, I don't know that. We would have seen Gilbert on the news like, man, I don't know. They got him out here. You could sell in his eyes like, yeah, but you lying,
motherfucker.
You was the main one in that room. Hey, yo, hey, get him out of here, bro. Wait a minute, was Abe still like, yeah, Abe Polar was still alive. You're like, hey, get him out of here, bro.
Oh man.
Yo, speaking of God, what was another thing we are 300 some odd points away from LeBron breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record, which is
he'll get
incredible, man.
He'll get it.
He's going to definitely get it. Yeah. And if y'all didn't hear, there's a response from Magic Johnson where they asked him, what do you?
I think it was with Shannon.
It was Shannon. He said, He said, how Kareem gonna take it? He's like, Kareem ain't gonna take it well. He's like, nah. He said, I guarantee you, like, oh yeah, they gonna talk. You know, we Lakers, you know, yada 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 yada. You know, basketball player, man to man. They gonna have their talk, and they let them have their talk. They don't involve none of us, but. Yeah, he gonna be mad for a little bit because I'm with Kareem. Like, you didn't think I was gonna beat that thing.
No, but it goes back to what I said, and then you and both of y'all can agree with me on this. I said it for the longest time that when it comes to sports medicine and the evolution of sports, especially in basketball, it's gotten to the point to where players can stay in this sport till they hit to their mid-40s and then be like, peace, I'm out, because players have the option now, even the rookies. They're making so much money, they can afford to sit out for 2-3 games to recover instead of just doing back in the 60s and 70s where they just threw an ace bandage on their knee and was like, all right, I'm going back out to play, and then that's it.
Did you guys see the thing that happened with Stan Van Gundy and KD?
Yeah,
bruh.
So what happened was
I was just about to mention that
was just basically talking about how like with the way that the NBA is nowadays, and you have all these teams have like every like med staff person that you can think of on payroll, but yet the injuries are still going up. Like, what's going on and all this stuff. And KD goes, "Hey, yo, Stan over here spitting." And Stan, being the old white guy, didn't know that KD was agreeing with him and started to like tried to add
Heel
more.
turn on his ass.
It's such a heel turned on him. It was like, no, like KD, like this is what I'm trying to say, blah 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 blah. And then KD goes, "Stan, I am agreeing with you." And then someone else goes on Twitter.
No. I'm criticizing players. I'm saying that they're getting something wrong in how they're preparing and training. We can't do anything about injuries like yours. He fell on your leg, but all those groin, hamstrings, injuries, etc. You should be there should be more happening as much as they are. Stan, I agree with you.
And then a fan comes out of nowhere and goes, "Stan, spitting means that he was agreeing with you." And Stan goes, I didn't know that."
I see it right here. Spitting means speaking facts, Stan. Had no idea. Now, this is where D uses a word you definitely know, Stan. You capping, nigga.
You capping.
You play around, teach, learn, and live with young black men. Fuck out of here. You didn't pick up none of our lingo. Like, yo, you know why I love Steve Kerr? Because he's corny, but you know damn well. He's like, man, y'all niggas tripping. Hey, guys, there's no niggas in here, okay? We're all men. You know that we do not accept the N-word. Now, I know these motherfuckers lost their mind, right? Yeah, Steve. You know, he said that ain't no way in the world Stan Van Gundy didn't know that. Shut up, boy.
Don't get the hell out of my face.
If you don't water your fat ass about here. That being said, he does make Stan does make a point. I think as well as medicine has gone and all the rest of that shit, and yes, I don't think. Here's one thing too. Also, I don't think he was attacking like the resting time or shit like that. But it's like, how are you still getting that and you're still getting it, and sometimes worse? I think really it's a combination between the medicine is not keeping up with the acceleration of the sport. And that's the only thing I think that is happening right now is that these guys are moving faster than what we realize. They're playing a lot harder. These quick stops, these quick turns are way more damaging than what we need, especially the faster they get, the stronger they get. It's going to be a different type of person each time. You know what I mean? Yes, they cracked the code on endurance. Yes, they kind of cracked the code on having these dudes built like KD, being stronger than me. They have cracked these codes. But these motherfuckers, like these hamstrings, these back injuries, this is really the back injuries that's getting me. And I think, like I said, I think the back injuries to me feels like more just is today's hazard of the game, but there's a lot more of them. It's just there's something to what Stan is saying though. So if anybody ignores it, you're ignoring a problem. Like put it this way. Yeah, it's probably not the fire you think it is, but there's a lot of smoke in the goddamn room and you need to address it.
And I think that's why I was like, I feel players having the advantage to be able to sit out of games. It's making them be able to play the sport a lot longer, which is why you get somebody like LeBron that can break this fucking record. And I guarantee you there's going to be another player that might break LeBron's record. Maybe.
28 years. 28 years.
Do you think
look, 28 years from now, he comes close and doesn't even get close to like the 1,000. He don't even come into it like
that means that means another player would have to literally enter league at 18 and be on fire like LeBron did, like off to the races immediately. That's the only way it works. Because it can't be Giannis, because Giannis, I mean,
Giannis, it ain't gonna be Giannis. It ain't gonna be. It's got to be somebody who's already scoring a whole lot right now, who's guaranteed to be in the league for a long time. It can't be Ja Morant. He gets hurt too much already for me to even say that it's going to be him.
Steph.
So
it's all three.
No. Steph with his 3-pointers is so deceptive of how many points he's actually scored. I know.
Do you think he'll crack top 10 at least?
I think he is. I think he's.
Is he top 10? Is he already top 10?
I think he's on the way of that. That's actually a good stat to look up. Let me see. I think he's. If he already beat it, he already,
Yeah, well, like at least top 10. At the very
Yeah.
least, to be a top 10. Because I can see that.
NBA. I hate how everybody's doing it at the same time. That is Kareem, LeBron, Karl Malone.
Damn, the mailman is in that shit? God
Karl
damn.
Malone, number 3, 4, Kobe, 5 on Jordan, 6, Dirk, 7, Wilt, 8, Shaq, 9, Melo, 10, 10, Moses Malone, 11, Hayes, 12, Dream, 13, Oscar Robinson, 14, KD, 15, Dominique, 16, Tim Duncan, 17, Paul Pierce, 18, Havlicek, 19,
So the closest one,
19
to LeBron that's
KG,
still
20, Vince Carter. That's it. Yeah.
so the closest one to maybe break top 10 and get close to LeBron right now is KD.
Yeah.
KD is going to be hanging it up soon. Russell Westbrook is not going to make it.
I give KD 2-3 years before he hangs it up.
CP is at 38. He's about to hang it up. DeMar DeRozan's at 39.
Sheesh.
So he's the only one that has years left that's around. Wow. Did y'all know that DeMarcus Aldridge is number 46?
Really?
Antoine Jameson is number 50.
Wait, go back. LaMarcus Aldridge.
He is below George Gervin. Yes.
That's
wow, he's right below Iceman.
Paul Gasol. Now to put it out there, Paul Gasol is 42. 41 is Walt Bellamy. Steph Curry is underneath DeMar DeRozan.
Wait. Say that again.
Steph Curry is underneath DeMar DeRozan
For all points?
Let me see. Hold on. No. Is this the points? Is this points, right? That's descending. Yes, that is descending. And let me see what numbers they are. Wait, where they at? They have number 40. Yeah. Only by numbers. DeMar DeRozan has 20,964 points. Curry has 20,943 points. Only by a couple of games he hasn't beat. And they're both going to clearly surpass Chris Paul, who's sitting at 38.
Sheesh.
Just to put it in more perspective, 35 is Gary Payton. 36 is Larry Bird.
Sheesh.
Wait.
Let me put it into more perspective for you.
Time out. Pause. All right. Let me roll a D20 on this wisdom saving throw of what you just said to me, D. I'm sorry, you said Gary Payton has more points than Larry Bird?
100 by not much. Gary Payton has 21,813 points. Larry Bird has 21,791 points.
What?
Yeah, that's what we call leg injuries late in your career, nigga.
Yeah, that is true too. Larry did get that leg injury at the end. Which,
so bringing in more perspective for y'all, niggas. The logo of the NBA,
Jerry
West, is number 23. Right above him is Reggie Miller. 21 is Alex English, and 20 is Vince Carter. Even when you think a person's going to be up there in the top whatever, they're not even up there in scoring.
Yeah.
That is how amazing scoring is, man. It takes a lot just to keep stacking points like that. LeBron's going to beat it. And like I said, that's going to be a nice thing
absolutely.
for him,
like, and you say he just needs like 300 more points? You say he needs 300 more points?
Actually, hold on. Let me get the exact number for you. I just had it in front of my face. God damn it. The exact number would be no, that's Vince Carter, nigga. Wow. Kareem is at 38,387. LeBron's at 38,104. LeBron is pretty much 6 games away from beating that record.
That's what I'm saying. He needs so wait.
Let's be nice. He's making 25 every game. Let's be nice. There's 25 on the dot. He needs about close to 10 games to beat that.
Damn.
Yeah.
So,
he needs about
okay.
And,
so 38, like I said, 87, and say that. So 38, 337.
How many points is that?
So 38, 387.
That's about 100 and what? You got the number?
And what was LeBron? You say?
Oh,
You said he was
107.
38,
10
107.
107 or 104?
So I'll just say 107. So if it's
104,
38,
104.
Yeah,
38,
38-104. Yeah, 38-104.
so he needs 283 points. No, he needs 284 points.
No, he'll get that. He'll get that before the All-Star break.
So let's see.
Exactly.
So 30. So let's see. 280.
He'll get it before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
He needs at least 10 games. Like I said, let's give him 10 games, make it 25 points. And let's not say he balled out of control or he tripped over. He balled out of control.
No, he needs about 9. I'll just say this. He needs about 9.5 because let's see. 284 divided by 3. Now, because see, now you got the math. See, now you got
two of those games. Because two of those games, because real talk, 2 of those games, he's going to score at least 34 points. And let's be nice, he only has 2 games, but he only scores 17 points.
Yeah. So just for
see what I'm saying? It's going to be about 8 games.
Yeah. So what I did was I just said 284 divided by 9. The man needs to average 32 points for 9 games. He needs to make at least 32 points for 9 games, and he's breaking the record, like you guys said, by All-Star Weekend. By All-Star Weekend, he's gonna get it.
Yeah, and that's when Kareem is gonna be looking at him. And that's when Kareem's gonna look at him like,
Well, I knew this day was gonna come. If anybody needs me, I'll be in the room by myself. No, there's no gun in it. Shut up.
Hold on, wait a minute. He gonna look at Oscar. He gonna look at Oscar and go, well, they said your record wasn't gonna be broken. So pass that bottle to me, nigga.
Pass it.
I love the story.
This gonna be Kareem when LeBron pass it. Big old pass me that shit.
Yep. I got there was one little quick thing I will say though, man. I learned about Kareem not too long ago. Well, not learned about it. Well, found out about it. Well, whatever you want to call it. But when he was in before he went to the NBA, when he was in living in Harlem and all the rest of that shit under Lou Alcindor, he ended up working for a newspaper there under a man who's actually pretty famous. Neil deGrasse Tyson's father was the person that ran it. It was the little league, journalist and all the rest of that shit. And he talked about science and stuff like that for Black people, education. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I said, Neil deGrasse Tyson's father, which is like, holy shit. Then number 2, he was there during the Harlem riot. So this dude knows about Black Power and what it is to come together. He was and when he went to UCLA, everybody loved him. He was the shit. We know about it. Everybody hears about what the fuck he did. Well, the coach in Kentucky, Mr. Rump, the great Coach Rump, which I will respect as gangster, Mr. Rump, you found a way to be that proficient in basketball and said no niggers allowed. I am very, very shout out to you. That is hard. The sport of basketball to be played so white bread and to still win the championships. All it took was dunking to piss you off, nigga. Dunking. They made it so there was no dunking allowed. So, Kareem, you're not allowed to dunk. And Kareem said what everybody was thinking. The Black players are the only ones that really dunk, right? Yeah, that does not allow for none of you. So what does Kareem do?
The sky hook.
Fuck it.
Which LeBron has been practicing. So LeBron,
and I
being the petty guy that he is, has been practicing the sky hook. There's been video footage of him.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet?
Hook.
He got it to the point where he knows he can sky hook that shit, and that shit's gonna go in. He's gonna do it in honor of Kareem. How much you want to bet Kareem's gonna? Kareem is gonna Arthur fist, but be like, "God damn it, young man."
But there's video footage of him practicing the sky hook behind the 3 line.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing about the sky hook, because you can hit it from the 3 line too. The sky hook, if done properly, is like, I swear to God, defense is ineffective. It doesn't matter if you have a hand in that person's face.
you have to literally slap his arm for there to be any difference in the motion of a sky hook. Because once it goes up and gets released, it's gone. It's actually it's nearly unblockable. Unless you're gonna goaltend it, it's nearly unblockable.
Yeah.
They told Kareem he couldn't dunk, and he made one of the most cheat coatingest ass shots that has ever been made. To this day, if somebody sky hooks perfectly, it's like 5 hands will go up and it will go through their hands and still fall into the goal, man.
Like hell, Magic did
That's
it.
how
When he did the baby hook, people was like, "What?"
A sky hook is like who knew that a sky hook is it's like that's what I love about basketball. There's multiple ways of killing you in this damn sport.
Mhm.
And
And
a
it's
sky hook.
Speaking of basketball, just as a side note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and those who are flowing in the river known as gender fluidity, my non-binary beautiful people. I have news. The Chester High Clippers have won over 2,000 games in
Jesus.
the 100. Now let's see. So the program started in 1911. So 111 years. It has taken them 111 years to break 2,000 wins. That is the second. Chester High is the second high school in the state of Pennsylvania to win over 2,000 games when it comes to high school basketball. Like my dad told me who the first team was. I totally forgot what the high school was, but I don't care. Chester is in the top 2. And so they had because they were in central Pennsylvania for a tournament, and so they came back Tuesday and they had a game against Interboro, which, to be honest, no one really cares about watching Interboro play here in Pennsylvania. It's like watching like the Eagles play like the Texans right now. Like there's gonna be some loyal people in the stands, but it's like it's the Texans. Like who cares? Like it's Interboro. Who gives a fuck? But what they did was they actually got the game ball from the tournament that they were at this past weekend, and they actually got the game ball that was the 2,000 win that they had, and they called like all past coaches, players, managers, all that stuff, and had a little ceremony at halftime and all that stuff. But yeah, like Chester High, once again, even though they haven't won like a state championship game in well over 10 years, but they've still been in the hunt in the state playoffs. It took them like they finally made it to like the top 2. And when it comes to like winningest high school programs, when it comes to basketball in Pennsylvania with 2,000, Jesus Christ.
That is
crazy.
crazy.
I do love how you are connected, and I always say I love how you're connected to the history of that town through that high school.
Like
in that regard,
like when I
your
tell
dad was a part of it,
that I grew up, like I remember growing up in that program. Like when I was able to walk and I was in preschool and all that stuff, like my dad was taking me to practice, and whatever drill, like guys like Zane Shaw, or I know for some people they don't know these names, but like the names I'm mentioning are legends in Pennsylvania, in Chester, like John Lenahan, the assistant coach of the Temple Owl College boys basketball team.
Yeah,
Temple University. He is the assistant coach. Not only that, but he was the assistant coach for the University of Georgia, which when he was the assistant coach from there, guess who one of his players were? Anthony Edwards.
Jeez.
So again, like John Lenahan, a man who is connected with Kobe Bryant because they were playing AAU back in the day and all this stuff. Guys like Jameer Nelson and Rondé Hollis Jefferson, like guys that have made it to the league, like
now, wait a minute, now, hold on. Jameer Nelson came out of Chester.
Yes.
All right, cool, man. Yeah. I was trying to figure that out because it was so funny. I was talking about Jameer Nelson not too long ago. Speaking of which, his son is playing basketball.
Yes, he is.
In college.
Yes, he is.
Boy,
like
that is so weird.
And I love because I think it was the it was like the three old men and the three, JJ Redick's podcast, and he was talking to Grant Hill about like hanging out with Jameer, and it was like, yo, man, I remember like hanging out at Jameer's mom's house in Chester, and I was like, yes,
Like, I know this.
I know that area.
I
Because
like here, you know what's so funny about it? You know what's so funny? You're talking, you were listening from a DC baller, and Grant Hill represents the one side of DC ballers that a lot of people don't see, the bougie ones, the ones that come out of Virginia, those niggas, you know, the ones that got good fundamentals and a father, those niggas.
you mean those rare breeds where his father and mother are the only children, and then he's the
Also,
child just as well?
but here's the thing. Also, and this is another thing. Everybody talks about. They've been talking about a lot in show business. When it comes to nepo babies, and here's the thing. I forgot who exactly said it, but they said it. They said it the best. What are you talking about? Hollywood has always been a family business, and it's always kind of been like that. But I need that to be noticed in basketball, at least in the sporting world when you see it too, and recognize their gangster for it. In the case of Grant Hill, his daddy played football for the Dallas Cowboys. He was already a thoroughbred.
I'm just figuring
You see
this
what I'm
out.
saying?
Are you serious?
You didn't know
Grant
that?
Hill's dad played for the Cowboys?
Yeah. He was a running back. I don't know if he played with. I think he played either before Dorsett or during with Dorsett. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure on that one. But yeah. Like certain players. Like good example is probably like Odell Beckham. That dude's a freak of nature. His daddy played. His daddy was an athlete. His mama was an athlete. You know what Odell ended up being? A soccer prodigy.
Ooh.
Football wasn't his number one sport. It was actually football that was the number one sport. And then, who was it? The dude I talked on, one of my friends who I talked to, who was actually Noah Lyle's trainer. He said it the best way. Oh, and Odell figured out something that his mama figured out. He can run. So he abandoned soccer, became a track field. End up going into football after that. But so, like some of the players, they just bred it for that shit, man. So it's always funny when I see, like earlier we talked about Asante Samuel Jr. When you see in the NBA, you see some of these NBA in college, you see some of these sons. And then we're talking about, and everybody talking about Bronny coming out soon. So
not only Bronny, but Bronny's little brother just as well.
Bryce, like he might be something nasty when you get old.
That's what I'm saying.
We might see. We'll see.
Look. Speaking of football, we'll dive into this real quick before we go into wrestling. I have seen ass whoopings in football. See it all the time. See it from Ohio State when they play a shitty team. See it every year.
Oh! Hold on. Let me get my water for this one,
man.
Let me tell you something. I think the best thing about the national championship game was watching Pat McAfee and his boys talk cash shit about TCU on the sidelines on ESPN, and it was fucking hilarious. Because it's like they were doing that shit where you know how you're talking shit, but you'd be all like, "Well, I don't want to diss it. I don't want to diss the players. They're playing their hardest, but you're still fucking talking shit, bruh." TCU got the bejesus kicked out of them by Georgia.
At least they're playing really hard. Like, stop that. Stop, Pat. You're being a dick. You're being more of a dick by pointing at it.
They got walk like the dog. They got walk them like a dog.
I wanted Georgia to put 70 points up on the board so fucking bad.
You wanted a 70 piece? I
wanted 70. They came close. We were 5 points off from 70.
By the way. Buckeyes and the whole Big Ten.
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
So sick of y'all. This is it. This is official. You are always being cucked by the SEC. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all suck.
I just want to say, CJ, that we did call it because I think both you and I said that, like TCU was going to be the upset, but yet Georgia was going to walk them like a dog.
We told you that was going to happen. We knew that was going to happen. We all knew that was going to happen.
TCU needed Jesus Christ to come out on that field to help them.
Speaking of which.
Sorry, it just is what it is. Like,
While we on college football, D like to give a couple shout outs. Number one, shout out to the Tulane Green Waves for beating USC. USC, go back in a hole where you deserve to go into, because I'm tired of seeing y'all. Number two, I would like to give a shout out to Michigan. Michigan, you played a good game, but you let a little small team from Texas that, I got to be honest with you, ain't preached Christianity in years, ran y'all niggas over. I shout out to y'all for even showing up, because Michigan was a lot better this year than I thought they ever were. Number two, shout out to Alabama. Yeah, I'll beat the shit out of Kansas State too. Anyway, shout out. Also,
while we're doing shout outs, shout out to Coach Prime, because the schedule for Colorado has been released.
Mhm.
So here's the schedule, and we can do predictions right now if you guys want to.
Oh yeah,
They start
yeah.
off
I can
the-
let
they
you.
start
I
off
can
the
let
season-
you. Hold on. If I'm gonna talk like Prime, yeah. Go ahead, tell me. Go ahead, tell me what the score gonna be. Tell me what we gotta do.
So they start off. They kicking off the season against TCU.
Oh, that's a win.
They get next game Nebraska.
Oh, that's a win.
Next game Colorado State.
You better believe that's a win.
Next game Oregon.
That's a win.
Saturday, September 30th, USC.
That's a win.
Arizona State.
Sorry, I got something in my throat. That's a win.
Stanford.
Oh, you better believe that's a win.
UCLA.
Win.
Oregon State.
Now, you know, did Prime ever tell you wrong? No, he didn't. That's a win.
Arizona.
See, they better see. I don't even know why Arizona isn't going to leave the state, because that's a win for us.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, Stanford is the family weekend. Oregon State game is homecoming. And then the Arizona game is senior day.
So I got a question. So how is the homecoming Oregon State? But you see the game with Colorado State ain't the home. I don't understand. Prime don't like that. Prime don't like how y'all setting them up like that, man. I don't like that right there.
November 11th, then they're going up against Arizona. November 17th, Washington State.
Oh, that's a win.
And then they are ending their season against Utah at Utah.
Oh, that's a win again. See, you know, here's the thing. Prime is always ready for Mormons. And anytime, you know, knocking on my door, playing football against them, making love to their women. I'm used to that. Prime used to that.
Okay, now let me hear what D has to say.
So Denzel, where was the opposition at? I don't understand. Where was the opposition at? You done had me sit. Nah, seriously. So you done had me sit up here. Now you trying to have me sweat over what? You know, you forgot who I had. You forgot who I had coming with me. I had a whole fleet. Got a whole fleet of young men.
Your bag is Louis.
Oh yeah. I told you, yeah.
I'm bringing
my
baggage.
Is Louis.
It's Louis.
Oh yeah. Yes, indeed. We had a whole bunch of boys hit that portal because they already knew what time it was. They weren't mad enough, or they weren't up enough for Prime. And you know what? Prime ain't got time for no children that don't want to talk to him. See, Prime ain't no pedophile. So if you going to be a child and talk to him, you better make it worth my time. So you better do something with that. You know what I mean? I don't understand that right there. I don't understand it. You know, no. Why we on black coaches? Why we on black coaches and all the rest of that shit? Let's gotta be honest with you. All these crackers really think I'm gonna have like black music blasting in the stadium and they can dance with it and just get culture.
Straight
Man, white people are tripping, ain't they? White people trip. You know, I understand. Prime been around white people all his life, and yet they just think they can just rub their hands on Prime and they just gonna get some of the Prime, like some of the neon magic. They don't worry. Don't worry. Like, all right, that's enough of that. It's real easy to do Prime, dog. It's easy to do Deion Sanders' voice for me, man. Personally, they're gonna have a rough season.
That first season definitely gonna be rough.
Season. I think they're gonna get some good wins. They're gonna know where they are. But here's the thing: Colorado has way more money than Jackson State. They have more resources on the rest of that. If I didn't say it before, I agree with Deion and the reason why he left. I think Deion did a great thing for black colleges. I think he actually did kind of give the jolt that we actually needed. It's probably not the exact results that we wanted.
Shout out to Ed Reed for calling out butane.
Well, I'll
But
say
yes.
Also, yeah, because Ed Reed did what he did. He apologized, and I think that was the right thing to do. Apologize because that was kind of out of pocket to him. But at the same time, y'all all needed to get embarrassed.
but also
For
it's
real,
funny.
y'all need to get embarrassed for
But
shit like that.
it's funny how Avery said what he said, but then you turn around and we get the nicer version from fucking Eddie George, who basically was saying,
Eddie said the exact same thing.
He was like, look. All I'm saying is this: yes, we need the money, but we also need to make sure. And me and D talked about this, where it's like, look, we know I think he said Tennessee State. Tennessee State. There was an article came out. They're getting a lot of money there, and Eddie George was like, look. If we're getting all this money, we got to make sure that it actually gets used properly and we're taking account of it being used. And it isn't just the school's getting money and then we're like, well, where the fuck is the money going? You know, because that's the mystery of all this stuff. It's like the money will come, but it's like, is it going to be used for the sports? Is it going to be used for the students? What's happening?
I will tell you that is the interesting thing. Who was the coach actually at Alcorn State was saying the same thing. I forgot who the coach is over there, but he was saying the same thing. He was saying they was asking him, with Deion being over there. He said he loved it because that's for everybody and it is getting more eyes on them. Of course, there's more recruits, more alumni are willing to help now and all the rest of that. He said there is the only problem he wants is if it falls on the institution himself, what they're going to provide for that sport to actually grow. You can't expect the reason why. I'll put it this way: the reason why Prairie View and Alcorn State, no matter what has happened over the last 20-something years with the SWAC, has always been a good place of football is because they give a fuck about their football program. They have always been good. So there's always going to be this level of professionalism that those teams are going to have with them and go and the rest of that. But you can't expect every institution to have that. And I think Eddie George, since he is not exactly in Division I, just like the rest of the guys is, they're not directly in Division I, so they want to make as much noise as possible so they can move to a bigger conference. I think he is on some like, where's his money going? How are we going to use it? I think Ed Reed is like, no, I'm about to make the nigga you down here, man. So look. So all this ashy shit, dog. Throwaway stuff. Why is there a dog running around? You know there was a dog.
Oh,
y'all
absolutely.
know there was probably a loose dog. What type of dog, D? A mutt. That's all you need to know. So it was a mutt, not washed, just doing that little. When
just
dogs
matted hair and fur and whatnot.
When dogs don't belong in a place and they don't give a shit no more, they just doing that little slow click, sniffing the ground. What? Click. There was a dog back there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think
over that football field, condoms on the floor.
And bear in mind, as much as everybody's like getting on Eddie Reed for saying this stuff to Bethune-Cookman, it's like people forget like Bethune-Cookman is just coming off of weren't they like suspended for some bullshit or whatever?
Something like that.
Yeah,
I forgot what he was suspended for.
So it's like, hey, Bethune, fall back a little bit, like easy.
Black colleges, like real talk.
You may want to pump the brakes, my good Bethune-Cookman. I mean,
there is this, but I did notice something with Deion last year. There is this hierarchy in all of these HBCUs where they are protecting certain. I wouldn't say protecting certain people, but these institutions have a swagger about them where it's like,
oh yeah,
where it's like I understand where Deion came with it, where it's like. You do realize you Alabama A&T, A&M. Nobody know how to get here, nigga. What you talking about? Like, where that? That's in Huntington? No, it ain't in Huntington. They ain't know where that. Don't act like you a big school. Come on, this ain't Howard University. Calm down. Like, that's what I think that's where Deion's swagger came from, because Deion's a Leo, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. What the fuck is this, man? It's a small ass college, man. Jackson, you know why I knew it was Jackson State? You know why I knew where Jackson State was at? Because it said Jackson there. I'm like, oh, it's in Mississippi. So they did that. Come on, one.
I mean, yeah, it's so. So you have that happening now on the wrestling front right now. We have to say,
sure to be the front cover of every pro wrestling magazine in the world.
Well, it looks. Whoa! Wait a second. Oh no, but Kyrie tried to be.
What the hell was that?
Before we get to that,
here's the thing. Then everyone wanted, all of Sasha Banks' fans then started showing the video of her going over that same move with Kalisto,
And
and it was like, this is how it should have been taken, but Kyrie just fell flat on the mat. I'm like, y'all,
don't be doing that to Kyrie like Kyrie ain't a fucking world-class wrestler. Stop doing that, y'all.
Exactly.
Before we get to that,
She ain't a luchador, you dumb heifer.
before we get to that, R.I.P. Jay Briscoe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Jay Briscoe. He died in a car accident in Laurel, Maryland. It was a car accident. I think both.
Boy, he was in Laurel?
Yeah, he was in Laurel.
In Laurel.
Laurel,
in
Maryland.
Laurel, Delaware.
No,
and he was right down the road.
Oh, it was Laurel, Delaware.
Oh, I thought it was
and he
Laurel,
was-
Maryland. I thought it was
No, in Delaware. And he was like essentially like a
down the
block
street from
away
his house.
down the street from his house with his 2 girls in it. Like his 2 girls was in the car just as well. That's when the crash happened. I think the girls are still in the hospital right now.
One is in more critical condition than the other, but I think they're both fine at this point.
One is 12, one is 9. So I mean, prayers and thoughts up to the Pooh family and Mark Briscoe, because like today's his 38th birthday. Like, he just turned 38, and now he has to deal with this. I'll say this is that on my timeline on Facebook, all of my OGs were just like crushed. Like Tyreno, TJ, Sean Raymond, like a few guys that aren't really known in the indie scene, but they've been in the indie scene for a while that know Jay. Like, especially Ty, because Ty started out in CZW, so he knows, like he's done like shows or stuff with Jay and Mark. So it's like the wrestling world was hit hard.
Jay is every bit of a white boy that grew up in Wicomico County, Maryland.
Sandy Fork, Delaware.
like here's the thing.
The white boy in that county that grew up around black folks and just Here's
the thing, y'all. White people from our section, this is not you see the what I call the runoff of a Denzel in around your area, but the central part of Maryland on down to the Chesapeake and this includes Delaware. All of these white people either have the same accents, which are those type of accents,
I know,
or they're very Confederate sounding.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about that. To a lot of people, and I get it because Jay knew exactly what he was doing with that fucking Confederate flag. He ain't fucking stupid. But at the same time, Jay represents a lot of white people around our area. Either A, I'm ghettoing like this, or B, I'm rednecking like this. And either way, you getting the same fucking cracker. And what made me love Jay was that he sounded like every white boy I knew that fought beside black dudes and called white boys cracker and did shit niggas did and we'll have these lines too. Hey man, come over here real quick, man. Hey, what's your name over there, man? Tell her bring her ass over here. Hey, what's up, Shalonda? What you doing? What's up, man? You trying? Go ahead, my nigga. Go ahead, white boy. Well, man, I like some ass, nigga. That's the last time you gonna say nigga. Yeah, we've been talking to him about that. He represented all the problematic white boys that I grew up with, and
it's like it
actually kind of really did hurt me to see him to see that. Like, not Jay, man.
And I didn't even notice until I got the message from the group about it from, I think it was CJ. CJ posted it.
Yeah, because Nick Khan was the one that broke it. And everybody was like, holy shit. Because the thing of it is, fuck Elon for this. A lot of people didn't catch it because Twitter changed their layout and shit. So like you have to put following instead of for you. And if you click following, you'll see all the tweets. So when I click on following, boom, Nick Khan's tweets popped up, and it's like, oh, Tony Khan was like, we're sad to hear that Jay Briscoe died. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, and it's just like, I saw it and a handful of us saw it, but it didn't really catch wind like that until like right after I posted in the Wrestle Corner thing, and then it started picking up from every other
Yeah.
stuff. It was insane.
And the
I
fact
think
that, like shout out to WWE, because like I said, like they talked about it on NXT on Tuesday.
they talked about it. We need to talk about it. They
Yeah.
mentioned it.
They
Yeah.
mentioned it. They mentioned
mentioned
it
it.
and was like, like we just got wind that, like the wrestling community took a hit because of Jay Briscoe's passing. And then apparently on WWE's The Bump, one of the hosts and Shelton Benjamin, like when they were closing out the show, was talking about Jay Briscoe because
Wow.
Shelton Benjamin did some time in ROH with Charlie Haas, and World's Greatest Tag Team went head to head with
Yeah,
the
they did,
Briscoes
they
in
did.
ROH.
Actually,
So
that
it
was
was
the
like,
first time. That may have been one of the first times I actually seen the Briscoes when they actually went against Haas and Benjamin.
yeah.
I mean, you'd be
That probably
surprised. I
was
mean,
on the big
because I
side.
think
Like-
Big E was like, "Yo, some of the stuff that we done in New Day was because of the Briscoes." Like we
The
were
the one thing that's the miss. Everybody forgets how friendly all the wrestlers are with each other. How much how much of a community is, and there are some instances where real talk, and I know because the company's changing now, but WWE didn't have to do that.
They
Nah.
didn't have
They
that was
didn't have
Hunter.
to do that.
That was
That
Triple
was pure
H.
Hunter. That was pure Hunter, or at least the program manager. Like, you know what? If I get fired for it, fuck this shit, nigga. I knew him. All
that
of
was-
y'all knew him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And especially
one of those
with
things.
the majority of the top guys in WWE right now that are
ROH.
ROH guys, like
Seth, KO, and Sammy. And let's just say
Sammy.
those three alone.
Mhm.
right.
All RH guys that knew him, that wrestled him, and knew him, and knew about him, and all the rest of that shit. Especially fucking Sammy.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, so they know these wrestlers, man, and I like I said, WWE didn't have to do that, but that was nice. But no, of course, but New Japan, of course, they're gonna come out there because they
absolutely.
were champions there. He was champion there.
And also, fuck Warner Brother Discovery.
Wow.
Yeah, because AEW couldn't do shit. They couldn't
Like
do
Tony
any
Khan
sort of
was like,
tribute.
no, like he's part of a company that I own, and I want to honor him, but apparently Warner Brother Media was like, nah, we can't do that.
Yeah, you can't. Look. Here's the fun part about Jay Briscoe, because I bet when WWE did show that picture, it wasn't the picture that we know about.
They didn't even show a picture. They just mentioned his name.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. AEW is going to show footage, and if you show a piece of that Confederate flag,
and so
I'm
apparently,
Warner Brothers. I'm sorry. Why is there a shitstorm here for no goddamn reason? Who started this? Tony, why'd you turn it on?
And also they're so even though they're not
Denzel.
doing they didn't do anything with AEW, they're still going to Tony. And this is what I give Tony credit for, because it's like if one of his people goes, passes away, i.e. Brody Lee, he's gonna make it his mission
to overdo it. I said it.
Not overdo it.
Said it.
Not just overdo it, but take care of the family.
Take care of the family part.
Yeah, take care of the family. Like I said, Brody Lee, with how he's still keeping in contact with Amanda, and how negative one, is they take care of negative one and his mom. I know.
So you know what is Tony did the smart thing by having those stories go out. Here's where D has to be an asshole. Hey Tony, that's nice. You gonna do that for a job?
Ooh, good point.
Hey,
good
look,
point,
you know why I say that?
You know why I
say that?
Good
Because Vince still talked to Kurt Hennig's wife, and he still talked to Pillman's folk. He ain't talking to Tessa's folks, so
yeah.
I hate to be that person. Everybody's not going to be acceptable of you putting their people on television or thing like that. Or it probably even that. It's just like, yeah, you mentioned my husband. Now shut the fuck up. Don't even you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all nice, but then again, Vince McMahon does it to him.
The guys.
Speaking, we have not talked about what Vince and his stupid stuff.
Okay, here's the thing. I want to no. I want to save the WWE thing for next week, because I feel there's gonna be some shit. There's gonna be some shit that's gonna pop up. But I will say this though, D, I think our dream that we talked about with the bloodline might be happening. next week on WWE, we are getting a Roman Reigns acknowledgement ceremony with every generation of the bloodline present, which means we might get Rikishi popping up in there where he might have to acknowledge Roman Reigns. This could be funny. This could be good.
I hope it don't end up where everybody's
Bow into him or some shit.
No, I'm getting sick of everybody's fucking hard on, which is I hope The Rock doesn't show up, and when he shows up, he showed up. Guess I gotta sit and watch every second of it, and I'm a bitch about every single second about this.
You know it.
I hope that doesn't happen because I really don't want. I know I don't want Rock over here because he messed up 2 movies at once, and also I don't want. Also, I don't want Rock over here because I think he's gonna slow down the whole little thing about the whole little bloodline thing anyway. For the first, see, I'm with the shits if you do it right, but I'm not up for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it, but I'm not really up for it.
If it's no Rock and we just get like Rikishi and Tamina or some shit, I'd be like, all right.
I hope it's something. I hope they do something real foul. I hope it's real foul. It's like the madness gotta stop type shit. I hope it's right. I don't know.
But guess what? We know our boy Sami Zayn. He might get kicked out the bloodline pretty soon.
Oh, that's happening.
That's definitely happening. That's definitely happening.
They aren't gave this nigga the hug of I love you, the I love you hug. You knew what I knew.
Kiss of death.
This is what I knew it. Look, man, I just got beside myself, man. I'm sorry, man. I like you. Man.
Oh yeah. When he did that, like this. When Roman
Sammy,
said,
you're done.
I can't. Roman said, I can't accept your apology because I need to apologize to you. I was like, okay. They definitely. They planting the seeds.
I already know
they planting that turn.
I already know how this is ended. Hey, Sammy, this is all you're gonna see. That's all you're gonna see. That's all you're gonna see. Them lights. Just deal with.
You're gonna see them lights,
and then all of a sudden you're gonna hear.
You're gonna see this yellow Samoan man run you over.
Then KO's gonna come up to him, come to Sammy the ring, and be like, "I told you so."
Told you.
Now you want to get them tag belts or nah?
What was that? A boot? Second play.
The boot.
Not a boot. Not a boot.
Speaking of which, yo, I'm glad
Kevin has a good French Canadian accent that I can speak perfect English, yeah, but you can tell he kind of fights with his accent and always loses. I love it with KO.
Did you love Dominic Mysterio finally channeling his father's inner spirit?
Yeah, because they both are soft as shit. Let me tell you, so when Ray did that whole look, I'll never forget because it was a cool thing for D. When I got back into wrestling, my wife told me all the fun stuff of WCW, and that I didn't.
We talked about that. We had an episode.
No. This is before the podcast or anything. When me and my wife first got together, right? So, we were just having late night, talk about wrestling, and she showed me pictures of young Rey Mysterio without his mask, and I'm like, "Who is this pussy motherfucker?"
Like, that is Rey Mysterio.
It's like, D, he was a cholo. He was bad. He was. I was like, yo, same thing going with Dominic. Dominic ruins it for me. And I know they do it on purpose, but he ruins it for me every time. Leave mommy alone.
My man's went to jail, came out, blood in, blood out, and shit.
Blood in, blood out, got the tag.
Went to jail for a week.
I like how Jay literally fucking got all fucking racist with the shit. Like, oh, that's a overlay. I'm like, you are fucking wrong, Jay. You are wrong.
The same thing. So shout out.
I mean, then again, Jay is the same one that when like the whole George Floyd was going on, he was like they just see me as like just talking about like with cops and all that stuff. They was like they just see me and people that look like me just like another N-word. And I was like, Jay, I don't think you're supposed to be saying that, bro.
They are niggers.
Same time. Jay is doing that in the ring. You see Finn and fucking Damien trying not to fucking die laughing at that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They were just like.
So, one thing that was brought up by somebody before, and I'll bring it up again. Yeah, this is what we're seeing is long-term storytelling again, and this is one of the things that Triple H has really wanted to implement with long-term storytelling. This is going to end. It has to end in a retirement match.
Oh yeah,
it has to.
Oh,
It
yeah.
has to, and I think they are building up to it at WrestleMania because Ray is like really serious. Like, yeah, I'm kind of done.
I'm out.
I think this last Royal Rumble, he's going to have fun. Like, seriously, I think he will be in a Royal Rumble. I think he will have fun in it. But whenever the storyline shows up, a Dominic kick him out, I'm like, okay, now we can start this shit. And because the reason why I want this match to happen because I think it will be nice, but at the same time, hey, Dominic, they're going to drop your ass right to NXT after this is done. So you better suck this up.
Which will be good for him. I ain't gonna lie.
Triple H can't wait to throw that nigga to NXT. You know he can't.
I'll say this, though. I find it funny, too, that everybody, per usual, fans are bitching was, why couldn't they keep the Cody Rhodes and the Royal Rumble a secret? I'm like, dog, for years, they always...
bitching about that?
People are complaining because they couldn't keep it a secret. I'm like, guys, dirt sheets and everybody else already know what's going to be pop up at the Royal Rumble. At this point, it's not a secret. We knew when he got that pec fucking injury, oh, he'll be back by the Rumble.
Come on, man. Nobody's
we knew this.
Like, if there's anybody that's being secretly pushed in right now, is actually Big E.
Yeah, Big E is probably the only wild card secret because I think Big E.
Because I haven't heard nothing from him yet.
Yeah.
I haven't heard
other than him being on
been doing. I was
college with the college football stuff.
College game day. Like, he's been doing college game day stuff, and he's still been doing like appearances and
tweeting
everything
and
like
stuff.
that, and tweeting. But like when talking about like him returning, it's still like hush hush.
Yeah, he's still vague as shit. He's like, maybe we'll see. You know, and
yeah, I think it. Like I said, I think he is the Royal Rumble. He's just he's just being quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But but I will say this: Charlotte's back. She got the belt again.
You want to talk about a thank you, kiss you on the head moment? Like I feel like Mantooth. I can't stand you. Every time I see your skinny white ass show up, I'm like, I fucking hate you.
But yet, it's kind of like a
damn it, I love you.
Dude, when she got
let her back off the ladder.
When she got the belt, I was like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
Everything is right in the world. Oh my God. Ronda Rousey fights like she's fighting her inner thoughts. Like, I don't understand.
It's like a lay dancing inside Phil.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, look, also, there's rumors that Naomi is finally going to get back in the ring. Thank God.
Now, I told you that was the deal. They were sick of Sasha because they told her straight up, hey, Naomi, you can come back.
Sasha,
but it better not be with her.
Look, Sasha is in a situation.
You know what Naomi did? Girl, I don't
check.
know.
Check. But nah, Deep.
Or Sasha got the phone call. So you didn't say no, did you? So you said no, right? Look here, Mercedes. We gotta talk. Oh, you called me by my real name. Oh my God.
Dee put up that video earlier. Now I'll say this about Sasha. Look, I like Sasha as much as the next person. I'm not
Mercedes. Okay,
Mercedes. Love her. I'm not like uber fan, but I love her, right? I'm like this. Mercedes, do what you gotta do. Go to Japan, stay in New Japan, whatever. I'm laughing at all the AEW folks that thought she was going to AEW. I'm like, but hey,
yes.
AEW, but here's my thing. AEW doesn't have the money to keep her on the fucking it was never gonna happen.
No,
like it was never gonna happen. So it's like at best you're gonna probably see her on Impact. You might see her on AEW, but that'd
be funny if she on Impact because I think she will do good at Impact. I mean it. Like, I think what she's looking for is girls that wrestle different from her. And
New Japan,
I don't know why. That's these problems. Why you going to Japan for that shit? Sasha, you don't wrestle like them. Like, I keep telling this to everybody. She's not that good of a wrestler as y'all think she is, y'all. Like, calm down. This is like the Miz doing a tour over in New Japan.
But hold on, D.
Bring it in.
Hold on, D. Do you feel she might have the Hogan wrestling G1 type deal? Maybe.
No. Chill. All right, first off, Hogan and G1 was Hogan forced to doing regular fundamental wrestling moves. That's all that was. Let's not act like
my mind was blown seeing it. All right?
Hey, I know. Because Hogan with speed is a scary thing. I will say that.
Yes, it was.
Hogan doing that flipping around and coming around. Woo! All right, big guy. Hey.
Because like I laugh at that because I see John Cena do that with actual pace and actually know how to actually do that better now. Like we all said it, the best thing that happened to him was him and CM Punk wrestling each other because ever since he fought CM Punk, everything in wrestling became serious with John Cena. So when he got to the point where he had to fight AJ Styles, it was a really, really good match. But that's the one thing everybody said about John. John can have a good match with anybody, so whatever. But anyway,
Sasha, yeah.
But Sasha, I really feel as though that her going to Japan is what she wanted. And my whole thing with Sasha was I wanted her to go somewhere where she's not in somebody's face. I want to do this. I want to do that. Sasha, we can't do that here. But I want to do this. I want to do that. Sasha, we're at McDonald's. You can't get a Whopper. But I want this. I want this. I want this. I want this. You better give it to me. Sasha, you've been hurt the last 3 months. Why the fuck are we going to do that for you? Because I sold more t-shirts than her. So why didn't you put me out there? Okay, you make a point about that. But look, the point, shut up.
Point is.
Like, really what happened was to me that her complaining got way too much for them.
Yeah.
That's really what that is. Because Vince will sit and eat somebody if they make him money. And that's what Sasha does. I think Sasha was disrespected when she saw that number slide in front of her. And like I said before, she has every right to fucking leave. It ain't the number that she deserves.
Now, granted,
especially even the number she deserves.
Now, granted, I will
if
also
you do, look, if I'm Sasha, fuck that shit. If you're gonna do anything with some Sasha, I bring the most money in when it comes to merchandise and all these girls. At least give me the best merchandise deal, all better than the rest of these heifers.
Now, granted,
at least give me that.
Now, granted, I said it months ago, back when it happened on the show. I also understand her feeling some way about the way they did her and Naomi with them tag belts. Totally understand it. Totally understand. I understand it. Would I have sat there and said that she should just put the belt on the table and walk out? No, but I understand it. I totally get
it. Like, I'm a little bit, I'm conflicted because I don't know what the fuck the plan was, and none of us know what the plan was going at. You know,
I think it was because of the chaotic nature of it. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah. But here's the problem. They always they wanted to stick those belts on Sasha because she was a name and she's somebody that can get it over, yada yada yada. And you need a good face to put over a belt like that, and this, that, and all the other. She didn't want to do that. That's a problem for them. And everybody can say, well, that's a problem because in wrestling, that's seen as I don't want to do what you tell me to do. Mm-hmm. Even though you're giving me a good contract, even though you're giving me this, I don't want to do what you tell me to do. And before anybody say, well, if he's one of these men, Vince bitches people for less. What are you talking about? If anything, her vagina saved her from getting fired a long time ago, if you ask me. So let's not bring up sexism in this. If you want to bring up how she's getting paid less than the white girls, fine, I'm with you. Fine, I'm with you. But if you want to sit this thing that they didn't see value in her, I call bull on that. I just think they didn't want to give her whole fucking pie. There's a difference between her getting underpaid and her not getting what she deserves. She wasn't getting underpaid. Sasha was never getting underpaid.
No,
the problem was she was not getting what she deserved. Which what I think, and I hate to be that person because I think these two girls are better than you. You want to see a number that Sasha, that motherfucking Charlotte and Becky is getting. I guarantee that's all she wanted. And WWE was like.
Now,
and that was too much.
Plus with Sasha, she also was also dangling the fact that it's like she's doing stuff outside of WWE. She's
you better not do that. That's
she was like,
you
know what it was. You know what it was.
And that's another reason why she wanted more money because it's like, bro, like I'm doing like I'm on the hit show Mandalorian. I'm on Star Wars. I'm doing.
She threw Disney. I guarantee you, she threw that Disney shit in Vince's face, and Vince was like, "Go ahead."
Oh, I know. Here's what Vince said. Go ahead, Sasha. Before you leave, I just got to say something. Roddy Piper, shut the fuck up. So just leave. Just leave. If it's I want to be in this. Just leave. Just leave.
They'll be. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. All three of us know he'll be back. Maybe it might be a year, might be 2 years.
You know why? You know why? As much as D don't like you, I know you're going to be back because why? You're good enough to be back. And number two, my white doppelganger is over the moon with you. Hey, Sasha, come back here. I love you. Yeah. See, we don't have a lot of Negro girls like you.
black princesses like her. I feel like Triple H used the term black princess a little bit too much.
No,
a little bit too much.
No, D. He uses Nubian. All right.
I think he uses one word a little bit too much. Where I'm not saying problematic too much. I'm saying here's Stephanie. Okay, Paul.
Do you know when it started? You know when it started? Naomi won the fucking SmackDown belt, and he's like, Naomi, my Nubian goddess.
Yeah, I told you we need a negress in charge, just like her.
Yo,
and look, and because Naomi is so adorably ghetto, we need a negress like her.
Yo. And meanwhile, Jay off in the back looking like,
yeah, no, everybody, every black person, because it's not a cuss word, and it's not a derogatory term. We're just no. Here's Kofi. He could have said black. It would have been all right.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Get mad at that.
Wait, the dude in the background,
the
dude in the background, just like
just say black. Just say black. Like say like black. We got like say black. Just say nigga. It would be all right. No one Big E, you would have said that. Just say nigga.
Just say nigga.
just say it.
While we here, and I hate to say, while we here, shout out to Shelton Benjamin getting the flowers from not only the fans but WWE that he deserves, and I love the fact that WWE stopped to notice that shit. And this is one of these things that WWE are trying to change with their whole image when it comes to wrestlers, that they actually do, because people give a fuck in that company. Two things happened, by the way. That one happened, right? Well, they had that whole thing for people have been praising them since then and all the rest of that. They've been giving interviews with him. I'm glad Shelton is really getting recognized for the wrestler that he is. Number two thing that happened at WWE that was very, very special. It was at a house show in West Virginia. Jamie Noble had his last match against the Bloodline.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, and he pinned Sami Zayn. It was a cool, like we put it up on our Wrestle Corner on fan page. It was about like I think like the last 8 minutes or whatever. So that match, and it was one of those things where it was like, nothing big, nothing too dramatic, just a super kick, roll up, da 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 da, 1 2 3, But thank you for doing that for Jamie Noble, a guy who has come up with some really good finishes. Produce some really good matches for these new guys coming in, and you can really tell him, Tyson Kidd, and not Mercury, this other dude that works with him now, I forgot their name, but you can tell all three of them got this little almost like let's make it like PWG, but let's make it suitable for Vince.
Here's my thing too.
Type bullshit, yeah. I love the fact that they did that, man.
I mean, look, the fact that Hurt Business is possibly coming back. We're
I don't think they are.
No. I think it's going to be a different Hurt Business, and it's not going to be. I don't think it's not going to be who we think it is. 'Cause I think we might just get fucking Amos and what's his face, Omos and the other two.
Cedric.
Street
Cedric
Profits?
Alexander
No,
himself?
I think it might be Street Profits and Amos.
Oh, almost.
You know what I think?
Almost in the street.
You know what I actually think? You know what I actually think?
Mhm.
I think it's going to be a little bit bigger than what it is, and Bobby Lashley's not going to be involved, but it's going to be black wrestlers. And I know what's going to be the motherfucking turning point, and it's probably going to be the first big match that Bobby Lashley has with whoever this version of the Hurt Business will be. I guarantee is when MVP introduces his new client, Carmelo Hayes. I guarantee you,
Carmelo's big.
put money on there. If MVP has a working faction there during after WrestleMania, if he has a working faction, I guarantee you, Carmelo Hayes will be a part of that.
You think
faction.
he's going to be Carmelo and his boy, or just Carmelo?
That's a good question. I don't know. See, that I was asking about, is it going to be Trick and him? I'm like, I don't know. Trick needs another year or two.
Trick is good as his hype man, to be fair.
Yeah, Trick is good as a hype man.
Trick is good as what he's at, but I think real talk, if you're WWE, you got to really look at the long term.
Because Carmelo was money in NXT, and I think
Carmelo, from what I've seen, because again, I haven't really been watching.
Oh, I've been watching.
From what I've seen, like previously, Carmelo is money on the mic. He's money in the ring.
He's the truth.
Like,
He's the truth. He's Shawn Michaels' protege for a fucking
Or
reason.
somebody was
He's
teasing it.
Shawn Michaels' protege for a reason, bro.
Somebody was saying it. What if all of a sudden Carmelo just ends up becoming the face of Hit Row? Just say, fuck it, I take over Hit Row.
That would be the best thing to ever happen for Hit Row. But guess what? No, fuck Hit Row. Blow it up.
it's not the same without Swerve.
No, because
It's
I know
not the
it's not
same
even
without
that. No,
Swerve,
no.
right?
Yeah. Look, it's what
You're
I
right.
told y'all before. I don't trust B-Fab. I didn't trust Fat Boy, and I love Asante. I love Asante. He ain't it.
No.
Yeah. They're a fun group though. but you're
Asante,
right.
take your ass back down to NXT. B, what the fuck do you want to be? Doughboy, I know that ain't your name. You still want to be a wrestler, man? You're gonna have to work at this shit, my nigga.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go right back down to Florida and stay in Florida until you get your shit straight. Or Triple H should be doing what I would do. What I would do. Yeah, so I got a friend that works over there. You can work over you be fine over there. Are you sending me to Impact? Yeah, I'm not sending you over there. Oh yeah, you're fired, by the way. So I'm not sending you over there. You're gonna go over there. That's how that's gonna work.
Now let me end it off with this.
Oh, dead serious.
Speaking of WWE and whatnot, they ended their contract with ICW. Because the Peacock was showing ICW stuff, and I think they're also ending their contract with Progress.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Oh, they're not ending
No,
it.
they're not. No, they're not. In fact, the day has finally come, y'all. WWE and Progress. The day has finally come.
I saw the news on that. I was like, oh shit.
They reunited Cyclops. It finally happened. And before anybody panics, no, this is not WWE taking over them. This is WWE saying your shit can be, we're going to show some of your shit on Peacock. And we still got a WWE NXT title, UK title that we need to do shit with. And just to be really honest with you, Vince had pretty much handicapped my whole fucking show. So this is what we're going to do. I guarantee you, that title is going to be on Progress Wrestling, and they're going to fight for it on Progress, which is the bump they need. And I think, real talk, if WWE wants to do anything, don't take over Progress, work with them niggas. That's all. Please just work with them. Just work with them.
I'm going to end the show out like this. I'm still making this guarantee. Working Title Sports Show will be at WrestleMania next year in Philly. I am by hook and crook. I am going to try to make that happen because
oh my god,
I need that to happen.
And fingers crossed. If you guys are going to be at WrestleMania, which means you guys will be there for WrestleMania weekend. Hopefully, I'll be in a ring doing an indie show.
Yeah, look, I am trying to. Like I said, I've been to pay-per-views before, but like I feel I need to go to WrestleMania one time in my life. I need that. Like I've been to Royal Rumbles, I've been to Starrcade, which is WCW's WrestleMania. But
I know you've been to Starrcade, you lucky
twice.
He said you lucky.
The fucking Sting botch that he won the title, even though he should have. Okay, and then when Nash won it,
calm down, CJ.
I didn't know put this way. When Sting won it, I was happy. But like when you grow up and you look back on it, it's like, wow, that was kind of botch a bit. And then Nash won it. I was there too, So that was WCW WrestleMania, but it's not the same as WrestleMania.
Yeah,
being there and stuff. So I definitely want to make sure, like, yo, when them tickets go on sale, I don't care what fucking tickets
they're gonna be in and out, though, man. It's Philadelphia. That's a wrestling city, bro.
Yes, it is.
Now, here's the thing. I would love to go there for the weekend. We link up with Denzel. We walk through.
I would go there Saturday and Sunday.
Walk through the access. Walk through that all through Philly, because I know they're gonna be lit up all through Philly. Wrestling.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a wrestling weekend.
It's going to be a mecca. Like anytime WrestleMania shows up anywhere is the mecca of wrestling. So all of wrestling is going to be in Philadelphia, which is already a buzzing city when it comes to fucking wrestling. Ring of Honor, and fucking CZW have their names tattooed on the ground in that city. So
ECW, not even CZW and ROH. Philly is cemented in pro wrestling because of ECW. Just on the name, just that name alone, Philly is cemented in pro wrestling history.
Yeah,
you know, and like you said, you know, you got ROH, CZW, Chikara, like
I forgot about Chikara. And hopefully Mickey, somebody will fight Mickey Rip Rick into him.
Oh God,
his name ain't Dirt no more, like it used to be.
But yeah, like that weekend, it's going to be not even that weekend, but even the days leading up to WrestleMania weekend, it is going to be pro wrestling loaded. GCW, even though they may still do like stuff over in Jersey, like
I think GCW. I thought GCW was like closing down or some shit, or what was going on with them again?
I don't know, but you know, like CZW is gonna be doing some stuff. You know, you best believe ROH is gonna do some stuff. They're gonna have like the icons of pro wrestling that happens like once a month or so over there.
Shane Douglas is going to do everything he can to put a picture of himself into the sky over Philadelphia during that weekend, with him holding the old ECW title in his hand, saying, "Remember what I did that?"
You know, and like I said, like my OGs, like especially when the news hit that 2024 WrestleMania was going to be in Philly, you know, like ACPW is going to be doing everything they possibly can to try to book some type of venue in the Philadelphia area for pro wrestling. And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm spending like the whole year, like all 2023, I'm making sure that this bad boy is healed up to 100%.
I'm sorry, bad boy.
I'm making sure this bad boy is at 100% because it's like that's going to be money. My boys are gonna be my boys are gonna be in the area. Like I want you guys to see me in the ring, not just like seeing a YouTube video of me doing it. Like I want y'all in the area when it happens. You know what I mean? Like
like I'm all right. Don't do this shit, man. Denzel finally get to. He broke his leg again. This nigga broke his leg again.
Grand opening, grand closing, folks. Grand opening, grand closing.
Told you that nigga should have been a referee.
No.
I told you he should have been a referee.
Grand reopening, grand closing.
Yeah, no,
it's like they closed down a Walmart because a pipe busted, and then they opened it back up, and 2 days later somebody got like food poisoning. It's sort of like that.
It's like the one in Clinton. It's like they had a fire in it, closed down for
close
a week.
Close it down, we can open it again. And then there was like somebody
a robbery
or some shit that you got closed down for another week. That's all I did. But bro. So next time, I guess everybody hears us, we will be talking about
the Vince McMahon saga, the NFC Championship and AFC Championship.
Not promising when they're going to come out, but there will be a new little series coming out this year for Working Title Sports Show / Wrestle Corner. Me and DK will be going over the pipe bomb era. We talked a lot of shit last year about starting it, doing it certain different ways, and finally we just didn't fuck it. It's totally make do on it because the longer we do it, the more the wrestling world decides to bring more
chaos
strings into the story of how the pipe bomb era was truly the most monumental era for professional wrestling. So
What?
Yeah.
But
anyways,
what you talk about? What?
Yeah.
What? Go ahead. Anyway, we're done. No, we're done. We're done.
We'll be back. Peace out, folks.
Yeah, peace.
All right. I got to get out of here.